tomorrow on Spectrum OC16 at 4 o'clock. Great to have you with us. Felipe Ojastro, Marcus Owens, Jimmy Bender. Wild first round, absolutely wild. And maybe the upset of the tournament here for Leilehua. Getting past the first round. Now the challenge is very tall. It is a 3 seed that's on their home island and looking to prove their worth.
Yeah, and you know what? I give Leilehua a puncher's chance tonight. I mean, they come out, they swing the bats. They've got 7 to 8 guys in their starting lineup batting well over 300. This is a team that can swing it, and Iolani found that out last night.
Without a doubt. And again, it might have to come down to pitching if any of these teams want to punch their ticket into round number 3. In particular here for Leilehua, we saw Tanner Tamarine last night just pitch an absolute gem here against Iolani. Now they're going to have to tap into what's in the reserves, right? And here it'll be the junior Zayden Winter that'll climb the bump. Yeah,
he's coming in 2-3 on the year, 4.47 earned run average. Not bad altogether, but his last outing back on April 25th lasted just 2/3 of an inning, so he's going to have to improve on that tonight if Leilehua is going to be around for the semis tomorrow.
Meantime, Kamehameha, the boys from upcountry, upended the runners-up for the last year in the Baldwin Bears, winning the MIL for the first time since 2009. It's an 11th grader that'll climb the hill here today, and Kanoa Arakawa.
Yeah, the way Coach Duduwa talks about this young man, this is a guy who throws a lot of strikes out there. Almost 62% of his pitches are strikes out there. So he's going to be around the dish today. Will it be enough to get by these hot bats of Leilehua?
And will the 9-day rest play any kind of a factor here tonight for the MIL championships? Interesting matchup we have here today. For more on this, here's Jimmy Bender in the New City Nissan Field Report.
Yeah, one of the most interesting things about it is these coaches really know nothing about each other. It's one of those surprise when you meet each other in the state tournament. And here's how they plan to win. Over on the Leilehua side, Brandon Kohn saying the main thing he does know about Kamehameha Maui is that they like to run. So he said we got to keep them off the base paths. If they do get on, pitcher and catcher got to hold them on and not let them keep taking bases. Meanwhile, over on the Kamehameha Maui side, Shane Duduwa saying he knows literally nothing about Leilehua. He's going to lean in on his team's strength, which is the cohesiveness of this squad, and maybe rely on some of that so-called home field advantage that they have. Guys, back to you.
It's going to be a fun one here. The winner advances to round number 3 and will be 2 wins away from the state championship. It's Leilehua, it's Kamehameha Maui, and first pitch is coming up next here on Spectrum OC16.
finally an awesome yakiniku dinner. So remember, follow me so you can experience Japan like you've never done before.
It's an ever-changing climate, and none of this is possible without our friends at Young Brothers. They have been the absolute best supporting us and high school sports. Everyone at Young Brothers, we love you oh so much. Thank you for your support as always. Let's give you a little series history for 3 seeds. They're 7-9 in the HHSAA Division I quarterfinals since 2007. If Leilehua is able to win here tonight, only 1 seeded team will remain. It'll be the 4 seed, Waiakea, who knocked off Kaiser earlier this afternoon in the state semifinals.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat right there. You're putting the pressure on Coach Dudois right there.
Good crowd again here for this final quarterfinal game of these 2025 state playoffs as we take a look at the Zippies batting order. Here for the designated visitors, the Leilehua Mules. Titan Pasco will lead it off for the last 4 years at the varsity level. 3 here with the Mules. Gila Hanoa Jr., center fielder. Then Raiden Sasaki, Blaze Manutai. Excellent has won the cleanup spot. Jacob Sablon hitting .317. On the back half of the lineup with Kaisen Kobashigawa, Hurley Owana, Dylan Yonemori, and Kela Baptista. All right, defensively, a lot of future MIL All-Stars come up here. It's a senior-heavy squad. 11 in total here for the Warriors, which is led by Branson Hong over at shortstop. Isaac Gosselin, then Zaya Madamba Barroso, Racing Velez, Kahale Vai Kang, and Matthias left around the outfield. Duke Aloy, 4-year varsity man and the catcher here. And he'll wait the pitches of Kanoa Arakawa, who will step in. One of the aces here for the group. He's thrown the most innings this year here for Shane Dudois Kamehameha Maui Warriors.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, this guy throws a lot of strikes out. He's got a good fastball, about 85 miles per hour. He's got a good overhand curveball as well. And if he can mix those pitches well today, it's going to be very tough on these batters for Leilehua.
It's all here for Leilehua. A 5-loss team that just got absolutely shellacked by Kaiser in the OIA playoffs.
Yes.
And you were there for that one.
Yes.
And then they come roaring back, and Brennan Kahn, who's been dedicated, he's got the LM, the Leilehua Mule logo on the back. We saw it yesterday.
Yep.
And he said, you know, if the kids are going to do it, I'm going to do it. He's been all in.
Yeah, that's great, too, man. You know what? Sometimes it takes something like that from a coach just to get the players fired up. And, boy, they have been swinging the bats as of late. This team right now, as you mentioned earlier, Cinderella, is very dangerous.
Titan Pasco to lead it off. Fastball here from Arakawa, misses on the inside. Pasco, the senior, half dozen in total. He's been a vital part of the infield, pretty much playing second base all throughout his Leilehua career. And again, what's underrated is that this is a Leilehua team that can hit the ball pretty well. Second best in the entire state in batting average.
Yeah, this is a team that can do it well. You know, going back to the Iolani game last night, you and I took a lunch break. You know, before the game, we came back in the top of the 4th inning. We're stunned. It was 3-0 at that point. Single runs in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd innings by Leilehua, and already 8 hits on the scoreboard.
Puts it up at 2-1 here for Arakawa. To deliver. And Pasco mashes one to the left side. Backhanded by Hong. Long throw. Safe. And Pasco begins with an infield single.
It's a pretty good defensive effort out there. It's short, but Pasco does a nice job here. Just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. That's the main thing. And then just legging this one out, diving headfirst into first base.
And early on in that game against Iolani, it was station-to-station baseball here. Sharp singles. Had 8 hits through the first 3 innings of that one. Had a quick 3-0 advantage. And Shane Dudois saying that might be the most interesting game so far in the 7 previous winners bracket games. And Arakawa got him.
Wow, Arakawa just like a hypnosis out there, just lulled him to sleep. You can see right there, he just leaves his leg up in the air ever so slightly. And the main thing for the lefty is you cannot bring your foot or your heel past the knee. So he kept that behind the knee of the back knee and just lulled him to sleep over there.
The freshman, Rayson Velez, to get the tag. And Hanoa right back at it. These guys take a lot of hacks in practice, and all that hard work paying off here for Hanoa as well, who was hoping to go to flight school after high school and become a pilot.
Put him in touch with Coach Keenan Sue, right?
Pilot for Hawaiian Airlines.
Oh boy, all of a sudden, Leilehua coming out here. First two batters on with base hits.
Here's Sasaki now. So it's downstairs.
Well, a little murmur in the crowd too, like walking around here, and I was hearing people talking like, man, Austin, you hear it? It's just one of those things right now. People are kind of in shock right now. And even the Kamehameha guys, I went over to, talk to Coach Kitagawa real quick and saw the players. They can't believe it right now.
They're like zombies right now. Right?
Yeah.
They're just taken aback.
And Baldwin, on the other hand, it's like, we don't know how we did it.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors.
Somebody stepped on my shoe in the celebration. I went to go see Baldwin.
Got it dirty, did he?
It's okay. Here's Sasaki.
Now the question is, people are asking, how many pairs of shoes did you bring over?
And I say that's none of your business. I don't know. A normal amount, as one would bring on a 6-day trip such as this, as so I'm missed by Sasaki. Sasaki's brother, Hunter Sasaki, was a phenomenal player here for Leilehua as well several years ago. He won a couple of impact player plaques. Right and no different, and he's varied up his roles from infield and been the catcher the last couple of seasons. Gets him on the inside, swung on and miss. Take a seat.
Pretty good pitch there from Arakawa. You can see him right there rearing back and getting the swing and miss on that one. Arakawa will probably get you about 6 or 7 strikeouts a ball game. Talking to Coach Dubois about him. Any pitch count today on him? He says no. He's hoping to get 5, maybe 6 out of him tonight.
Monotai hitting .383 this year. Pokes that one back to the screen. That one flops foul. And Monotai's bat has come up in big games this year too. Leilehua, who started the season kind of uneasy. They lost their first 2 of 3, including the season opener against Mililani. Then they went on a hot streak midway through the season, winning 5 consecutive games of their 9 total this year, including wins over Pearl City, Campbell, Aiea. And Monotai cracks one to right center. This ball is in and out of the glove of Kang. Hanoa rounding home. Here he comes. Safe. 1-0 Mules. Over to third goes Monotai as the ball goes to the Leilehua dugout. And they're going to send him all the way to the plate.
And this is interesting too. I don't know if I would have done this. They came out cheering the win. The gate on the dugout was open. The ball went in the open dugout screen, and they allowed him to come all the way around to score.
And they got a very stern warning, and understandably so, from the umpires.
And you can see him right there pointing. Monotai, can I go home? Can I go home? Yes, you can. And collect $200.
And you see everyone kind of getting out of the gates. And now the officials are going to have a discussion. We do know this one run has definitely scored in Hanoa.
Yeah. The ball was kicked. You saw the ball coming in. It was kicked, I believe, all the way into the dugout. There were 3 or 4 or maybe even 5 players come out of the dugout, open the gate up, cheering, and then all of a sudden they ran like cockroaches, like the lights turned on, back into the dugout. But the gate was open. The ball came in right behind them when they shut the gate. Yeah,
we're going to put him back at third.
I think that's the right call, too. I think that is the right call.
Shane Dudawa gets the explanation from John Matson.
Here you see Coach Kahn out there talking, but it says, you know, it's your guy's fault for opening that door. That ball should have never gone in the dugout.
Yeah.
So I think they got this play correct.
Also, why are you opening the gate?
Well, they all came out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, yeah, well, that's my point. Like, why are you guys coming out?
Exactly.
Some of the youth and the inexperience here playing out, and the Leilehua, they're able to get on. And Sablon gonna lift one to center. Kang another test. It bounces in front. That'll score Manutai. And it's 2-0 Mules.
Just like that, and they have come out swinging just like they did last night against Iolani. They are not taking any pitches here. They know that Arakawa is going to be around the dish. They're coming out looking fastball or a zone, and they're swinging away.
What a start here for Leilehua, just like how it was yesterday against the Raiders. Here's Kaisen Kobashigawa. Hitting .250, 7 RBIs. Went 1 for 3 yesterday against the Raiders. And that double, by the way, from Manutai. It'll be a double and a E8 on the throw. As ruled by the HHSAA official scorekeeper.
4 hits already, and they're making noise and more hits.
Stroke to right center. That ball gets down here for Kobashigawa. Sablon over to third. He'll get a stop sign to second. Safe.
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
I can hear the cheering all the way from Leilehua. Woo.
Kobashigawa. And this is just like target practice right now.
Oh, yeah. This is a stunned Kamehameha Maui team right here. Although it's only 2-0. That's the good thing, I think, at this point. Man.
There's Leilehua now. Hitting .302 on the year. Got a couple of doubles against Iolani yesterday. Another guy with some alley power, and the whip in there from Arakawa. It's high and inside.
Yeah, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate if you're Arakawa here. You don't want Leilehua to get their arms extended. We've seen them already. Their hands are out there. Ball's over the middle of the plate. You've got to be able to locate the pitches well, in and up if you have to.
Upstairs. Coming off a 9-day break since winning the MIL over Baldwin. And so often we talk about, does rest create rust? You know, sometimes coaches like playing that first round game. And if you can afford to have pitchers and know what you have in your pen, you can kind of work it out in your head. And to build up momentum, you get into a rhythm. You don't really start off cold. Other teams have tried and, you know, practiced and get some reps in. For instance, Kaiser played Damien before the state tournament began. Kaiser, of course, won the opening round game yesterday and fell to Waikea today. Kaiser knocked off Roosevelt 7-6.
There's been some tight ball games already in this tournament.
Ooh, this one almost got away there from Duke Aloy, the catcher. In the meantime, it's down. And I think they lost track of the count here for Leilehua. He was taking off all his gear thinking it was ball 4. In fact, it was ball 3.
Yeah, I think he was looking at the scoreboard, and the scoreboard might have been wrong.
Yeah. Now he's got to get dressed again.
Arm pad, ankle pad.
Yeah. 3-1. 2 in position here for the Mules. Sablan at third, Kobashigawa at second. Here's the right fielder, Awana. And pokes this one to the right side. But this, and it's pulled in by the second baseman, Madama Barroso. And the inning is over. Man, you're talking about getting out of the blocks quick. That big hit right there from Manutai. One from Sablan ultimately scores a couple of runs. Cinderella punches first.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Chicken? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long's a part of your day.
Zippy's batting order here for the Warriors. Branson Hong will lead it off, then Madama Barroso and Goslin Velez. Duke Aloy kicks off the back half of the lineup with Akima, Kahalivai, Matthias, and Kai Kang, the center fielder for Shane Dudua's group. Defensively here for the Mules, they're getting better as the season has gone further on. Yonemori, Sablan, Pasco, and Manutai left to right in the infield. You want some speed and stability? Look at Kiola Hanoa Jr. He's been at that spot pretty much his entire varsity career with Baptista and Awana flanking him. Riding Sasaki, stabilizing catcher here. But we shall see what Aiden Winter now has to offer.
Yeah, Winter getting the nod today. And like I mentioned in the pregame, he was 2-3 coming in, 4.47 earned run average. Last outing was back on April 25th. He got touched up in that Kaiser game. We talked about the 10-run inning. That first inning for Kaiser kind of propelled them past Leilehua.
Yep.
2 wins, though, came against Campbell and Waipahu on the year. He has complete ball games, so he's able to go the distance when he is on. So if he's on today, it could be a long evening for Kamehameha Maui.
And we're seeing here with Leilehua, playing with a lead, playing ahead, helps greatly here with energy and confidence, and with how well their defense has played really in the postseason loss, since the postseason loss to Kaiser. Yeah, they threw their ace, Tanner Tamarine, and it's always one of those pitching philosophies, right? Especially when you're kind of spread thin for those teams. I'm not saying that Leilehua is, but they throw in 8 guys, but
yeah.
Do you throw your best guy now just to buy you another day and figure it out the rest of the way, or do you kind of staff it out? And been all in on Tanner Tamarine, and he was phenomenal yesterday. 7 innings of work, just 2 earned runs, a couple strikeouts, picked up the win, and 3 walks.
Yeah, and pitched himself out of a couple of jams too in that ball game. So
there's Branson Hong now to lead it off. On his way to St. Martin's. In fact, one of a number of St. Martin's guys that are going to help fill out that rollover in Washington. On a 4-year varsity man, Winter. Oh my goodness, blowing away. Branson Hong telling me, 2023, we're all kind of learning ourselves, right? When they got to the state tournament, the first year for Shane Duduwa, they lost to Kamehameha Kapalam in the quarterfinal round.
That's right.
He said, I learned a lot from that, the mistakes and how to handle the pressure. This year, it's all or nothing. Hong's been a very calm, in the moment, extremely humble guy, and the oldest of 4 kids in his family, who comes from a great baseball and Diamond Sports background. His sister Braylon's a soccer and softball athlete. And then his 8th grade sister, Brielle, it might be the future big star here on Maui in terms of softball, because he's really, really good. And then there's Brexton, baby boy. And Branson Hong leads it off at a walk.
Yeah, after being staked to a 2-0 lead, that's not the way you want to start the bottom of the first inning here if you're Winter, with a 4-pitch walk. And really, all 4 of those pitches not even close to the dish.
Josiah Madama Barroso steps in now.
Now, being down only 2 after all of that said in the first inning, I think this goes back into Coach Dudua's kind of mentality here, is kind of, play 1 run at a time right here if you can. I was thinking bunt situation here, but after 4 straight pitches, now 5 straight balls, the take sign may be on.
Upstairs, throw from Sasaki, back to the bag is Hong. Shane Duduwa talks very highly about the future of this program, particularly the freshman and sophomore classes that are going to help supplement this group. There's a couple of 8th graders too that are down the line that are going to hope to try and continue this championship win streak. And upstairs,
Hong over at first base, flirting with disaster. Got a huge lead over. It looked like he was going to go. Changed his mind about a third of the way down, able to get back to first base.
This one is in there for a strike. 3-1. Madama Barroso, the second baseman. Warriors coming off that MIL title win over Baldwin, 8-0, 9 days ago. This is a sky ball towards center. Keola Hanoa on number 1.
I don't know what it is, but we've seen a lot of pop-ups and flyouts here the last 7-8 games.
Yeah, it's been a ton, right? And
yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know if people think because the wind blowing out to left field they can hit home runs or what, but you just see people dropping their back shoulders a lot and just trying to drive the ball out of here.
And really, the wind's been a 4th outfielder.
It has been.
For all the teams. And not squeezed in there by Monutai. Has some extra help with the wind. And it's been very consistent. Now, by the time we get to Saturday, partner, we're expected higher gusts at around 25 to 30.
And usually with the wind blowing like this, you think pitcher's duel.
Which we saw in the first game.
Yeah. And we've seen a lot of tight ball games, 4-2, 3-1. We've yet to see one of those 12-10 games.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we've got enough guys and teams in here that can swing the bat.
It's just safe is Hong.
Yeah, Hong's really over there. He's like ants in his pants. You can see him. He's just trying to get a good lead. And I think if you're Coach Duduwa, you're giving him the green light here, so he's got to pick his time to go.
And first strike, Zayden Winter, the brother of Zane Winter, who was a great catcher a couple of years ago. Remember when Leilehua made that run through the OI tournament, got to the final. There was a group that had Bryce Anzai. He's now since graduated. Keola Hanoa, who was part of that group. Brandon Sasaki, center and catcher, respectively. There's Gosselin. Of his recorded numbers, just 2 for 16. The recorded and submitted numbers of scoring live. And stepping off here is Winter. You know, one thing I noticed too, pinstripes back in fashion for a lot of teams statewide.
I think everybody has at least one set, right?
And there for strike 2. And this umpiring crew's done a phenomenal job, by the way, through all the games. Winners bracket, consolation side, and very consistent. We have the best of the best working these games. 1-2. And this one gets away. And to Hong, who's trying to slide that ball. Gets in the left. Hong gets up. He'll stay at second. Unsteadiness there for the Mules defensively.
Now, normally you would give him a stolen base on this since he took off and went. But I think they're going to give him an E on this one because he was off and running, I thought, once he got picked off. But here's the throw coming in, and yep, definitely would have had him out if it was a clean throw.
The error on the first baseman, Manutai. One and two. And high in the zone, a hot shot here to Yonemori. Round number 2.
Easy routine play over there at third base. Ball just popped up in his glove. You like those plays at third. He checks Hong back to second base on this one. And strong throw across the diamond.
Velez now in the cleanup spot, hitting 400 on the year.
This is a Kamehameha Maui team that's basically led from the get-go, right from the very start of the regular season. Came out of the blocks well.
His older brother, Rage Velez, was an absolute leader, an animal, and beast, whatever the superlative you want. I mean, he really helped kind of bring forth Kamehameha Maui baseball into the championship picture. You know, younger bro here sees a breaking ball that just missed outside. Hung over at second.
You can see Ducaloy kind of saying a few words to the home plate umpire, like we're just making sure where that pitch missed at.
Inside.
That's a pretty good location there if you're Winter. I mean, that's the inside part of the plate, maybe a ball off.
Velez was stoked and excited just days before the state tournament. He was excited, you know, a chance to be on TV, and this one floating foul well out of play. Just funny because when I was talking with his brother Rage Velez, he's like, you know, I played 4 years. I didn't get any TV games. We didn't get that far because, I mean, it was always, right, Maui, Baldwin in the state tournament.
Sure, that's right.
Those years. And my brother, a freshman, he already gets one.
And it may not be his last.
But his brother Rage set the standard there for that family baseball-wise as Velez fouls this one back to the screen again. Full count 3-2. Winter's brother, who was a great catcher for the Mules. Everyone has dedicated themselves all in for this group. And hoping to shock the tournament again with another win against a seeded team. Up and away.
A couple of runners on here for Kamehameha Maui.
Right, here's Duke Aloy.
Pitcher, number 9, Duke Aloy.
Duke Aloy spent 4 years on this varsity team. Duke Aloy planning to go to Simpson University after high school. This one is upstairs for a ball.
The young man's having a great year as well.
Bat finds his zone there. Simpson University over in California. He gets to stay there on the West Coast.
He's a young man too that has great hand-eye coordination. Doesn't strike out much. I think I was told he's only struck out like one time all year. That includes the preseason.
Yeah, it's pretty wicked. And what has helped this program too in their successful run to the MIL is that one of their assistant coaches, Shane Komine.
Oh, nice.
Just recently hopped on staff. Been working with the pitchers and the catchers too, and Shane Doodlewall's just like, yeah, come on board. Yeah, you want to come on?
Of course. Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
I saw Duke Alloy during the regular season last year when we came in April, highlighting baseball. His family, which very proud of that young man and he's contributed. Now trying to continue this run for Kamehameha Maui. Alloy, this one kicked off the third baseman Yone Mori. Coming in to score is Hong. Warriors on the board. 2-1.
Well, sharply hit ground ball over here, but a playable ball definitely. That just kind of eats him up over there, goes into left field, 1 run in, tying run now at third base.
Now they got something cooking. Ryo Yoshida will come into courtesy run over at first base. With Kamahao Akima. Throw here from Sasaki, wide there. Trying to keep the runner at third honest. They'll give up that bag as Yoshida gets to second.
Coach Khan coming out here, having a quick word. Take a look at this. Pitch outside. Here comes the throw into second base. And I think he's going to question the base runner. Yoshida was probably 10, 15 feet outside the baseline going into second base, trying to maybe avoid or get in a rundown, it looked like. The ball was cut off, and he kind of went, do-si-do and into second base.
Akima, the DH, hitting .267 on the year. Downstairs.
I don't know what it's about in this tournament, but the first inning, we are just seeing tons of runs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one game yesterday was like 5 or 6 runs scored between the two teams. And they always say, too, as a pitcher, you always struggle a little bit in the first inning. You got to get by the first inning. And then it's always like the 5th inning, like that time where you can decide whether you win a game or not, right? So.
Why is it always so difficult, though? Maybe not always, but, that first inning. The weight, the build-up,
a lot of it's in games like this, too. Jitters. They're playing in an unfamiliar, pitching in an unfamiliar mound. They probably had, I don't think any of the teams really had, outside of the Maui teams, have had a chance to practice here at all. And hats off to the crew. I mean, 7, 8 guys out here from the county taking care of the field before, after the game, in between games.
And the Warriors with the bases loaded.
And 1 out, 2 outs, but no hits in the inning. Leilehua committing 2 errors already.
Kahalevai now the left fielder. Winter 3 walks in this frame. That's strike 1.
Well, remember that Kaiser game, struggled, couldn't get out of the first inning in that one.
Kahalevai covered by Sasaki. by. A couple of RBIs on the season. One of 3 sophomores here for Shane Dudewa's group. And missed for a ball. There are 6 different pitchers that they've utilized this year. Velez, Yoshida, and Akima.
Oh boy, when you're struggling, you know, as Winters is right now out there, you don't get that last pitch. That last pitch was not that far out of the strike zone. That was a borderline pitch.
A bases loaded walk has tied the game. 2-2. And 4 walks now. Here for Winter.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. 34 pitches unofficially at this point. You've got to throw strikes. You've got to get ahead in the count. It's so important at this time, but right now struggling to find a dish. And the error didn't hurt or didn't help as well. Errors. Sometimes something like that can upset a pitcher like here when you come out in a big ball game like this, trying to get your team into the semifinals tomorrow. You're hoping that you make the right pitch. You feel that you make the right pitch. You see it go over there, and all of a sudden, one of your teammates makes an error. I mean, you really got to shake it off. But sometimes it's tough at this age.
Shane Dudewa has mentioned that this is the hardest state championship to win because you have to navigate the challenges, how good the quality of the teams are that make it this far in the season. And that's a man that knows about winning championships. Won it in 2018 when the tournament was at Les Murakami Stadium. Spent 25 years in the fire department. Matias. There's high energy in this group too. The right fielder and the senior was the 8th batter in this inning now for the Warriors. 1-1. Matias cranks one, uppercuts it. This one is going to kiss the clouds and hung on to there by Pasco. And the inning is over. You wonder how they did it with no hits? One of the reasons why, errors racking up. Walks as well. Deadlocked at 2 as we head to inning 2.
Redecorating? With hundreds of factory colors and free computerized paint matching, you can find the Benjamin Moore color you're looking for at City Mill. Need something? Try check City Mill.
Technology at 15 Craigside makes life easier, safer, and keeps us connected. How you guys doing this morning? Internet speed in this building is able to handle the downloads and capacity requirements of my office.
The technical support that's provided by the IT department is wonderful. They're available to all residents for any troubleshooting needs and one-on-one training. Voice technology allows us to ask about 15 Craigside's community events, dining, and activities. There's always something fun to do.
Friday, 4 teams, 2 epic battles, 1 shot to get to the final. It's the Wally Unamine Foundation State Baseball Semifinals, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official trophy providers for Spectrum OC 16 Sports. For all your special achievements, call Ryan at Mike's Engraving and Trophies. They're located in Aiea. Take a look at Kamehameha Maui's campus right now. Way off in the distance of the football field. A little bit further down, they're going to build a stadium, a baseball stadium out there. More than $20 million. Whoa. It's going to seat several hundred. And I've seen the blueprints for it. It looks phenomenal.
20 million, more than only seats several hundred.
Well, I mean, like almost 1,000, I would say. Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you what, turf, I've seen the They might go a little bit down on the cost there, I'd say, but that's the initial cost, I should say. So it's not hard locked in, but ooh. And it's going to take about 3 years to complete. So they're optimistic it can be done, I don't know, maybe about the 28 season. Realistically, probably the 29 spring season. So still got to go through a lot of
I guess that's kind of fast for nowadays.
Yeah.
Erecting something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it'll be faster.
Did you know that it'll
be faster than some other stadiums that will be built?
Oh, yeah. But did you know that Let's Murakami Stadium was built in an off season?
One whole off season?
Yeah.
Wow.
From 84 to 85.
Can we get those workers still?
Well, that was
another project
40 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
8, 9, and 1 hitters. Here's Yonemori, the third baseman.
And a fraction of that 20 million.
For sure, yeah. Well, you got to convert it to, current dollars, right?
Okay.
I think 231 of the year is Yonemori. Went 0 for 2 with a walk against Iolani yesterday in the opening round of the tournament. A pitch away from another walk. Here's Arakawa. And a 3-0. Whipped it in there for a strike. Kamehameha had a whole practice on their softball field. It's turf. Shane Dudawa says the field here at Iron Maihara is similar to how it plays on turf.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's a nice, smooth infield. You got true hops out in the dirt area. And it's well manicured.
Very much so.
I've seen bunts up the line that just did not go foul. It's just stayed in the dirt area.
Left fielder, number 26.
Here's Baptista now.
Baptista.
Getting 318 on the season. Baptista's another guy. You hit 318. It's still a pretty good number, but when you take into account that he's been hitless the last 5 games, wow. Hasn't had a hit since the Campbell game in early April.
That just tells you he's due.
He had 3 walks yesterday.
And Coach Collins is thinking, I hope he's due for the rest of the tournament. We could use his bat. And I think a lot of people slept on Leilehua this year. I mean, they're always in the thick of things in the in the OIA. I think they finished second? I think behind Mililani.
He came up as the West 2 seed. In a West Division where it was a battle to get there, right? Pearl City was in the mix. Leilehua was in that mix. Aiea kind of in that mix. Baptista show and bunt. Trying to poke one. And back to the first base bag is Yonemori.
See a lot of lefties do that. It's a little nice move if you can do it. Puts a lot of pressure on your arm, though, where you step off with your back foot and just kind of flick it over to first base. Oh, boy.
For strike.
That's a heck of a slider right there by the young man. You got Baptista at the plate bunting, and he backed out of that one. It was so sharp.
And back there is Yonemori. If you've been flip-flopping between XCast and OC16, Marino knocked off Campbell in the Division I semifinals. And so Marino, who won the ILH, even beating Punahou, they go to the title game for the first time since 2022. Strikeout here from Arakawa.
Yeah, Coach Collin not really happy about that when you had a bunt situation up there and ended up making it out. Look at Arakawa on this one. He has some tough off-speed pitches, then comes up chest high with the fastball and blows it by. Baptista.
Top of the order now, Titan Pasco.
This is when fireworks began in the first.
The throw there just back is Yonemori. Man, Aloy whipped that.
That's a design play there. It was a pitch out. Aloy got the pitch out in a good position and a little bit too far. You can see the couple of extra shuffle steps off first base, and boy, nice dive back into first ahead of the tag.
Ooh, yeah. Just got in there before the glove hit the hip. Pasco tries to go golfing there and comes up empty. 1-1. One ball, one strike.
Leilehua come out a little bit different, I think, in this inning. You know, after giving up a 2 spot in the bottom of the first inning. Taking a few more pitches.
Well, Pasco near the handle. It flopped up and flew foul.
Tell you what, if that's a Louisville Slugger, he'd have splinters in his hands right now.
You ever had that?
Oh, I broke a few bats, yeah. Been jammed on a few too as well. It stings.
Brendan Kahn in his 4th season as the head coach of Leilehua. Or just his 2nd season took him to the OI final.
I love their ballpark out there too.
Yeah, Wahiawa Middle School, right? And the great Lane Watanuki helped kind of laying the foundation for that. It's been
around for what, like less than a decade?
Because before they used to play at Fred Wright Park, which was not the best park.
No.
Otherwise known as Wahiawa District Park.
Right.
But it's a historic park, and the baseball field is still there.
Oh, boy.
Got him. Wow. Back-to-back Ks.
There's that curveball we were talking about in the first inning that he's got. Nice little sharp over-the-top curveball.
Who was yelling loud when they knocked off Iolani yesterday. 3-2. Keola Hanoa, who's stepping in, one of the more energetic ones and one of the more happier guys that have produced for this program.
Yeah, they did not hold back their emotions yesterday.
Chopper sitting back there is Gosselin across the diamond, in the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 1 left on. Here for the Mules, 1.5 gone, 2-2.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by New City Nissan.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
Mike's Engraving and Trophies, the official provider for Spectrum OC16 and Spectrum XCast.
Take all the great OC16 action with you on the go. The Spectrum News app. All the latest local sports news and weather that matter most to you. Download it now. It's on the App Store or Google Play. Just across the street from where we are is the Botanical Gardens in this area.
Nice.
And of course, in this area as well is Iron My Heart Stadium, where we are, in War Memorial Stadium, which will go through a facelift coming up. They have a couple of events. They have graduations, which is coming up the following Monday, not next Monday, but the one after that. And that'll be Baldwin's graduation.
I'll tell you what, I got up this morning, took a walk, and 7 o'clock this morning, felt refreshed. I just love being on Maui.
That's awesome, right? Cool. 0-1. Oh, are we hiking, by the way, this week?
I thought we were.
You want
to? Sure.
Sure, yeah.
What day? Saturday? We got time Saturday.
Sure, yeah. All right, we just told the state where we're going to be on Saturday now. This one is uppercutted here by Kang. Foul territory, and just over the head. It's foul. Good effort all the way there from Yone Mori, the third baseman.
Yeah, a lot of foul territory on both sides, first and third base. You see him take his hat off, but this time he just overran the ball. It's tough also looking up into those lights and also trying to gauge where the fence is and the ball at the same time. I lost the ball one time when we were playing in the Kingdom.
Okay.
Pop up and I just lost it. I couldn't see it up in the Kingdom. He came down
Hands
like
up, palms this guy.
Yeah, 3 feet from me.
Got him on a strikeout there. Winter gave him the heat.
And again, when Winter is on, he can be tough. You know, maybe he's put that first inning behind him, as did Arakawa.
There's Branson Hong now, top of the order. Hong, as we mentioned, on his way to St. Martin's after high school. The guy who grew up in Kahului, Maui. Been a Kamehameha lifer, been there since kindergarten. And in there for a strike. There's Ethan Nakagi, Dylan Andres also going to St. Martin's. Violani and Kamehameha respectively. You know, and he has never doubted the process. Despite some of the struggles, obviously, in 2023, lost in the quarterfinal round, missed out in the state tournament last year. He said, you know, you just can't stop the process. And you just have to always have faith, and that kind of mindset for him has pushed him to where he is now. And in all likelihood, an MIL All-Star selection and a Scoring Live All-Hawaii selection.
I think the baseball All-Stars this year are going to be fantastic.
It's going to be tough, too, right?
It is going to be tough. I mean, you're going to look at your pitchers. Wow, there's 2 or 3 right now that come to mind. It's like they're definitely, you know, first teamers. All 3 of them could have a chance to be pitcher of the year.
Yeah. And Hong pokes this one foul territory. You know, when I asked him about that process, I was just like, okay, what do you mean by, you know, process and sticking through it? He said, you know, there are going to be days where it's difficult, where you feel like your hard work isn't going to pay off, right? You're going to go through your losses, right? And all you have to do is just show up, because showing up is half the battle. That's the hardest part when you go through doldrums, which they've gone through before, particularly last year. And when you show up and you meet half the challenge and you just apply yourself, I mean, you become more engaged. It makes you thirstier to try and, you know, work harder to elevate your game. And he shoots this one in the left, but it hangs up and it goes over the head of Baptista. Branson Hong goes to second. That ball gets to the wall. Branson Hong's going to third. Branson Hong has a triple. It's the process.
Well, I'll tell you what, ball was seen up in the zone. He really got a good swing on this one, got good aluminum on it. It's one of the harder hit balls we have seen in the tournament. And it was a line drive type of swing out towards left field. Wind kept carrying it all the way to about the 360 mark into left center field. And then the Hong showing off the speed going all the way from home to third. That's Kamehameha Maui's first base hit of the night.
And it comes in the form of Branson Hong. Inside part of the zone here to Zamadamba Barroso, who's 0 for 1 today, flew out to center. Ben's in there for a strike.
A couple of quick great pitches there by Winter. Infield in here with 1 out for Leilehua. They feel this is going to be a tight ball game. Don't want to give up an easy run here on a ground ball.
Alba Barroso fouls this one back and over the roof. Who actually came back, hit the screen that's at the top of this facility. So on the roof here, there's actually about, I don't know, 8 feet.
Yeah,
that lips up. Hit the lip of that, came back. And Winter bounces back with a strikeout, 2 gone.
That's a big strikeout there for Winter and Leilehua. They can back up the infield now with 2 down. Again, sneaks in that fastball.
Third baseman, number 26, Isaac Gosselin.
There's Gosselin now. Breaking ball is upstairs. Goslin's a great leader in practice. Got near the handle. It's a slow roll to Pasco. Can he end it? Oh, yes, he can. Hesitation in the exchange. Branson Hong gets a triple, but the go-ahead run is left 90 feet away. Leilehua hangs tough through 2.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Zippies.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Backed by popular demand. Garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Zippies.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long the part of your day.
All right, so our good friend, Gary Montalvo, who's the coordinating officials of baseball here in the HHSAA, a big day for his grandson. Zane Montalvo turned 11 years old yesterday. Big shout out to you, Zane. Go IA Braves. It's a great organization, too, there. So, Zane, if you're watching, you know, grandfather loves you. We appreciate you. And all the best in your baseball career. Now, you have to play for at least 7 more years, which means that your grandfather has to stick around for 7 more years as well. So,
and save him a slice of the cake.
Yeah, exactly, Zane. So, Zane, appreciate you. Thanks for watching OC16. We'll see you in high school in about 3 years. And shout out to Gary Montalvo, too, one of the best guys you're going to find. So,
enjoying retirement.
Yes, very much so. What a game we've seen here so far, huh?
I tell you what, like I mentioned earlier, I give Leilehua a puncher's chance. The way they are playing right now, they are playing fearless at this point. And they have enough bats, I think, you know, to overcome maybe some lack of pitching at times.
Here's another St. Martin's commit, right in Sasaki. So he'll join the Branson Hong and Nathan Nakagi out there, Dylan Andres. St. Martin's, I think, going through a coaching change right now, too. Trying to be a fresh start for those local boys over at St. Martin's as Sasaki gets this up and over.
Yeah, you know what we haven't touched on all day today? The Box of Destiny.
Oh, yes. Which made the trip, by the way, thanks to our friends at NEP.
People have been asking the last 2 days.
And again, for the unaware, Marcus, Jimmy, and I, we made our predictions at the beginning of the year who was going to be in the state final for Division I. The winner, the runner-up, and the final score, and we'll open the box on Saturday. And it got to the point where, you know, you and I were in my hotel, and which is also being shared by Kailua, and we saw our, you know, Corey Shiga, one of the best guys ever.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, hi, how are you? It was, who's in your box?
I know who you guys.
I know who you guys picked.
Shout out to Corey, man.
Yeah. Sasaki fouls that one.
I tell you what, though, you look at, I mean, going back to Kailua, maybe one of the toughest teams that probably nobody wants to face, but they're gone already.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just asked Baldwin, right?
Yeah.
And how difficult of a ride that was. It was a one-run game for a majority of that game.
Yep.
Oh, Sasaki went fishing, came up empty. Wow. Strikeout again here for Arakawa. It's number 4.
Arakawa on the breaking ball right now is working hand in hand with that fastball. They can just snap off the table. Got the swing and a miss on the outside part of the plate.
A little erratic in the first inning. Now starting to settle in here.
Yeah, I mean the last couple of innings now, you know, he's kind of finding his groove. He hasn't given up a base hit since the first inning.
Mandutai had a double in the first. It's high and caught there by Aloy. Jacob Sablon on deck. It's one, just squeezes by, and Madama Barroso, nicely done. Tied 5 in a row now.
Well, no matter who wins today, we're going to have some interesting semifinals tomorrow for sure.
Just unique matchups.
Yes.
Right? With the exception of Baldwin Waikea. Played in the 2018 final, won by Baldwin.
Which neither one of those teams won the regular season title this year.
That's right. Kamehameha won the regular season title for the BIF. Only for Waikea to bounce back to win the BIF overall championship. And winning a unique setup over there for the BIF. Where you go 2 out of 3 in the
semifinals, I guess, and then the one-game
championship.
Winner take all.
Yeah. Which was won by Waikea after 2 rain delays against Kamehameha at Wong Stadium.
Yeah, you and I were texting back and forth with that one, watching it on the YouTube.
There's Sablon. Sablon on his way to Coalinga College in California. Finding a way. I mean, the recruitment process is always so difficult, and a lot of these guys, especially in the OIE West, trying to find homes, right? Here for Sablon. It's been so fun to watch on the infield. Just athletically gifted and really working hard in the offseason. Sablon with 2 outs. Yeah, that's strike 2.
I was going through some of the stats for these guys from Leilehua, and like almost everybody had a career day back in March against IA. Like a lot of guys went 3 for 4, extra base hits. It's a young man too. I mean, hitting can be contagious.
They won that game 14-7. Just got away, stayed up high as Duke Aloy has to come up from the crouch. Sablon 6 RBIs this year, went 1 for 3 against Iolani. Leilehua, the second best hitting team in the state with a team average of 326.
And any coach would take that. Any coach.
And they're only one of 6 teams in the state, by the way. They're hitting over 300. So bounced back and Karam foul. Tomorrow, big day on XCast. They'll have the softball state championships. We'll have the semifinals for baseball. Then Saturday, it's championship baseball.
Yeah, nightcapper, yeah. 7 o'clock.
Yeah, and both games, by the way, are going to be on OC16. Right, the 4 o'clock D2 title game. And then Scott Robbs and the All-American Kelly Elms will toss it to us for the Division I championship. This one's floating foul. Right, to my recollection, this might be the first time ever that OC16 has ever had 2 championship games on the same network and 2 different islands.
I would say that that's a good probability right there.
Because typically we have a championship doubleheader, right? We do the D2 first and D1, and thanks to our friends at the HHSAA, they scheduled it around and had a 4 o'clock D2 championship game.
That makes it nice. A lot of people get the chance to see that. I'm sure a lot of people, depending on who the matchups are going to be on Oahu, if Damien's going to make it back there, or if you're going to see like a Leilehua, I mean not Leilehua, but a Waianae, or even a Farrington, Kapolei.
And it was funny, Waianae knocked off the #1 seed, Farrington, today, 5-2.
Oh, they did.
Waianae in, Kapa in, Kapolei in, Damien in. That's the final 4 in D2. Sablon gets on.
That's a pretty tough semifinal there.
You know what's interesting too? If you had Damien played Division I, I think they would have gotten to the state tournament. Maybe as a 2 seed, the ILH 2 seed, potentially.
You may be right. I mean, they had, what, 9 wins, right?
Right.
In the regular season.
Kobashigawa goes to Madama Barroso, and the inning is over. 1 more left on here for Leilehua. Still tied at 2 here on Spectrum OC16.
Hey, it's Jimmy Bender. You're watching Spectrum OC16.
Calling all car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV, Hawaii's only automotive show. Here's what's on this week. From imports to classics to hot rods and everything in between, we head out to the 2025 Hot Import Nights. Then we head out to Cars and Coffee with Ed Kemper. Island Driver TV exclusively on Spectrum OC16s on Saturday nights at 7:30 and all through the week.
This week on Fashion Sense by Valerie, we are turning up the heat with a fiery citrus spitzer you need to try. Got lash questions? I've got answers. Our real estate expert shares how to light any space like a pro. Dr. Hannah gets real about urinary incontinence, what every woman should know. We're working the half Bosu ball for a killer core and rocking monochrome from head to toe. Presented by D. Suihiro Electric Inc. Sundays, 7 p.m. on Spectrum OC16.
GPS tracker on them.
Softball's coming your way tomorrow on Spectrum XCast. Marino is already in to the Division I championship. Pearl City also in. They will play Kapaa, last year's Division II champion. So congratulations goes out to those three squads. And Mililani and Puno in the bottom of the first, they are scoreless. So if you want to watch that game, that's on the Spectrum News app or on Spectrum XCast.
That'd be a good game, right?
Yeah. And thanks again for filling in for softball earlier this year, man.
It's fun.
That's great, yeah.
I get one more time to fill in.
That's right. We'll be there for the New City Nissan Goodwill Softball Classic as Kelly Elms gets inducted into the UH Circle of Honor.
Good for her.
And a loaded class this year, too. And she'll be on the call with Scott Robbs today, tomorrow, and Saturday for the Division II Baseball Championship. There's Rayson Velez.
First baseman number 20.
Near the bottom of the third inning. Each team scoring their runs in the first inning. That's in their first strike.
Yeah, we were thinking, oh, geez, after that first inning, we may be in for one of those 14-13 kind of nights to finish this tournament off here today. Both pitchers now kind of settled in the last couple of innings. Oh, Sasaki thought he had strike three, ready to toss it down to third base.
2 balls, 2 strikes. You see Shane Dudawa? How fun is he to talk to?
Oh, he's great.
Never had a bad conversation with him.
Anyway, it was so funny. We got down there, we were talking in the pregame. Like, oh, everybody, get together. One picture.
Yeah, we were, yeah. And then athletic director John Viella was roasting us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
As we were taking the photo. And, of course, John Viella won a state championship right here, 2016. Fly ball left side. It is drifting. Baptista. Yes, sir.
Had a couple of former UH baseball players over here in. Before John Viella, he also had Kahai Shishido, who also went to be, what was it, the athletic director at the time? Or
And, you know, within the NIL, right, you can see a lot of these great coaches elevate and become administrators.
John's gone over to Kamehameha Maui now from Baldwin.
And their first strike.
Nice to see Winter kind of settling in here a little bit here in the third inning. He really was his own worst enemy with 4 walks back in that first inning. Walked in the first run.
Breaking ball in there for a strike to Aloy. You know, Winter here so far. 4 walks, 2 strikeouts. Good snag there from Sasaki sliding out to his right. Kamehameha's had a lot of successful programs, right? The football program winning their Division II championship. Shout out Ulima Afoa. Of course, basketball always in the mix. Volleyball too. And Kamehameha, one of the newer Kamehameha campuses, but look, if you ever go on that campus, with respect to the other Kamehameha campuses, that might be the most beautiful.
Oh, really?
I mean, just up country, you just oversee everything.
I've never been there.
And it's a high chopper running after it's Pasco. In and out of the glove of Manutai. And Aloy gets on safely.
Well, you see him coming in here, and he does everything right here except the throw. You can see here trying to throw on the run, just kind of short arms it, and it hits like, it looks like the seam of the grass and took a funny hop and unable to pick it over at first.
Designated hitter, number 22,
So they gave him a base hit on that one.
Akima on the ground. Pasco has a chance to atone the flip to get the out at second, and the turn for 2. 4-6-3, double play. Big play again. Remember the Titan. Titan Pasco gets him out of the inning.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Hardware Hawaii, your Mapunapuna hardware store. At Hardware Hawaii Mapunapuna, our experienced team is happy to help you with any of your home project or construction job. Meet our contractor, sales specialist Jerry.
I've been in the business for over 20 plus years. Our team is here, ready and willing to help you find what you need.
So come on down. We're here, ready to help. Hardware Hawaii. Customer first in Mapunapuna.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Friday, one final day, one final chance, one shot at glory. It's the Data House State Softball Championships, only on XCast, exclusively on Spectrum.
Right to the drive-thru for the Jack in the Box game summary. All right, well, each of these teams, 2 runs in the first. Blaze Manutai had a towering double. Branson Hong had a triple. 1-for-1 tonight. He walks, he scored as well. Look at the errors. Not the cleanest of baseball, but effective. How about the hits here for Leilehua? I'm picking up 5 already. About 13 and now 2 games of the tournament. And we're still stuck at 2 after 3. Oh, there's a Cameron Leopoldino, by the way. He's a Waiakea alum. He was part of the baseball program. He owns a real estate company now. And so Cammy on the left side with holding the camera. He's a young guy that just got into real estate, so shout out to him. And a great baseball athlete, too. And so
not an easy job.
Yeah, good to have Cammy in the house. And he's a Waiakea grad, right? So he supported Waiakea earlier, and he's happy that the Warriors won over Kaiser. Top of the 4th inning here with Marcus Owens and Jimmy Bender, Felipe Ojastro. Hurley Awana steps in here to lead off the 4th. The winner of this game will advance to the state semifinals to take on St. Louis.
This is kind of one of those tight ball games I thought we would be in at this point. I know both teams coming into this, I think, would swing the bats a little bit. I think it would be a low-scoring game. Although the first inning looked like it was going to be a high-scoring game.
I thought this game was going to be a little faster, too. Like sonically fast.
Yeah, both of the pitchers right now, well, have struggled a little bit in their control at times, but they're also a little bit more, making sure they're not making a mistake out there as well.
Yeah. Although I will say, I can't see this game going on for another 3 hours and 13 minutes. So I think someone will break through eventually.
Definitely.
1-1. Here to Awana, bottom 3rd of the order. 0-for-1. Fans at that one.
Arakawa with some juice on the fastball as well. And sometimes as a batter, you're up there, it's like, okay, he's got to throw a fastball sooner or later. And then all of a sudden you see it, like, I'm going to swing. And a lot of times, like, oh, I swung it one out of the zone.
Oh, boy. Got him again. He's lethal. 5 strikeouts now here for the junior Kanoa Arakawa.
Yeah, and again, coming with that strikeout pitch, that big overhand curveball in there for strike 3. Since he started using that in the 2nd inning, he's become much more effective.
There's Dylan Yonemori. That one chopped foul. Even though Kanoa Arakawa looks intense, is intense, when you talk to him or you get to see him, off the diamond, just the day-to-day practice activities. I mean, he's just doing everything he can to help his team. I mean, someone established and within his role, he's going out getting water, bringing out the big jugs for the boys, and just such a giving person. Now he's giving it to the Leilehua Banners right now.
Coaches love that too. They call that player coachable.
And regardless of status, where you are in the lineup, right?
Yep.
One of the aces, and he's still doing the little things to help the team. That one poked that into the right side, and Yone Mori able to get a base hit.
Again, just put the barrel of the bat on the ball. It's exactly what he does right here. Pitch up in the zone. You see him staying on top of the ball and driving it through the middle of the infield.
Left fielder, number 26, Kella Baptista.
Baptista can get on. It might jumpstart this Leilehua batting order and flip it to the top. Baptista 0 for 1. Struck out in the second inning. Got a beautiful night here tonight.
Oh, yes.
And still a little breezy out there. This one kicks off Aloy, and taking off is Yone Mori. No challenge. It's a wild pitch.
Yeah, great job reading ball in the dirt out there at second base. Yone Mori at first got a good secondary lead, saw the ball trickle about 10 feet away from Aloy, and then able to take second base. Go ahead run now for Leilehua in scoring position. Again, the first inning, we saw a very, very aggressive Leilehua batting order. They've kind of toned it down a little bit as far as swinging early in the count now. A slider in there by Arakawa. And again, the breaking stuff is working for him tonight. Hard to find that rhythm up there. He hardly throws the same pitch twice.
Outside. A long day for everyone who's been working these games too, which includes the consolation games.
Oh yeah.
18 games in total. Winners and consolation bracket combined. That's up and inside.
Scorekeepers, PA, scoreboard operators.
And then Wade Hundo has been, oh my goodness. That's another Iron Man here at the Iron, right? I mean, the Baldwin athletic director, he has collaborated with so many different groups, including the county parks, concession stands. 31, that's 3-2 now.
That's a good location. That's a pitcher's pitch there by Arakawa.
Downstairs, 2 on here for Leilehua.
Third walk issued by Arakawa. Again, unofficially, we got him at 62 pitches here in the fourth inning. Both coaches, though, not really afraid to let the pitchers go today, knowing if they win, they'll have to use the pins probably tomorrow, except for Kamehameha.
Yeah. Pasco 6 RBIs this year. He had 1 of them against Iolani yesterday. There he is, top of the order. Just got a piece of that. Strike 1. Opportunities, if these two teams learned anything after watching the previous 7 winners bracket games, is that you got to capitalize while the iron's hot.
I'll give credit too to a lot of the coaches bringing out the players watching some of the other games going on. Might as well, right? Keep it a team event.
Hong out at second. Double play. Branson Hong doing it again. Taylor May, 6, 4, 3, inning over.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation.
Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
You served your country. Now find a new mission with the Hawaii Longshore Division. Here you have a home. A place where your skills, discipline, and dedication are valued. Longshore men and women who have served bring an unmatched resolve to our docks. Just as you protected our nation, today you can serve Hawaii, the safety of your team and our island's well-being. The Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, and honoring those who serve.
D1 Baseball semifinals tomorrow from Iron Maihara Stadium. 3:45 p.m. Game Day Hawaii Delivered by Pizza gets you going. We'll be down to the final 4 by the end of tonight. Currently 5 teams remain in the chase, and we got another good game here, 2-2. Halfway home in this one.
Tell you what, it's anybody's ball game right now.
Anybody's, yeah.
I mean, even if Leilehua wins today, I could see them making it to the finals. They could be in one of our box of Destiny picks, too.
That's right. I'll never tell. Bottom of the 4th. That's in for a strike here for the Warriors. Kahalivai, bottom 3rd here. Kahalivai walked in the first inning. Kamehameha Maui, such a gorgeous campus and an amazing academic institution too. And, you know, football on the rise. There's kind of a little feeder program for that football program as they try and build up a championship dynasty. Some of the youth football programs. Softball field, kind of the major upgrade on that campus, which is great for those girls. All turf. This is upstairs, because the current field that Kamehameha Maui uses, I mean, kind of an open field on the upper part of the campus, but they get a lot of work in it. So there's some divots in that group, and it has built character for this club, kind of keeping them grounded. Grassroots baseball. And
how big is the enrollment there?
Like a few hundred.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on the high school level.
Yeah.
Right about 100 per grade.
Adolph Walker. First one aboard here for Kamehameha Maui in the 4th. They're trying to break the tie here. Especially with the bottom of the order here. I think Coach Duduwa is going to be playing station to station here.
Right fielder, number 6, Caleb Matias.
There's Caleb Matias. Getting in the 8th spot.
I mean, yeah, there was a couple of, I could see it right there. He calls time going down to talk to Coach Duduwa. You could see that I think Coach Duduwa changed the signal at the last second, and he did some hand gestures, and I think that just threw him off. So that's the right thing to do in that instance if you're a batter and you are you not comfortable, you don't think that you've got the sign right, call time and go make sure you got it right. But then it also tells everybody else, hey, something's going to be on right here.
A measured approach cheer from Matias. Back to the first base bag goes Kahalivai. 11 seniors in this group. Here for Kamehameha, all buying in. Rapa gets by Sasaki, and Kahalivai gets to second.
Kahalivai was often running on the play, so I think that's going to be a stolen base.
Yes, sir.
So now if you're Kamehameha, hey, the right thing to do is here, if you've got a good guy with contact at the plate right now, let him swing and pull some to the right side of the infield. See if he gets it through. At least moves the runner over to third base.
It's upstairs. Shane Dudewa has been very proud of the progress that this group has made this year. I asked him, is it hard kind of rebuilding culture? Because now year 3, right? And he said, I mean, the guys bought in. And that's, the most important part, right? Get to know you, get to know me, and
right, and my philosophy.
And for that man, I mean, he's gone through some tough times because on Valentine's Day, his father Harris had passed away, and he wanted to send his love to his family over in Molokai. With the funeral next Saturday, so it was a big part of his life. And I always said this, like, if you have never been to Maui, I think the first guy you would want to meet and talk to welcome you would be Shane Dudewa.
Absolutely.
Such a warm guy. And Matias lays down a bunt, but it will stay fair. Oh my goodness. It tickled the chalk.
What was I talking about earlier about the well-manicured, to see balls just hanging in the dirt and not trickling foul? Look at that. That thing bounces all over the place like a pinball, but stays in fair territory. Perfectly executed bunt there.
Here's Kai Kang now. With nobody out in the bottom of the 4th, and the go-ahead run for the Warriors at third. Runner goes, throw down there. It's cut off. Pasco tries to go to third. It's safe there. It's Kahalivai.
Nice try right here. You can take another look here at the bunt. Look at this. This is perfectly executed. And watch the roll. It just stays fair. Leilehua had a defensive play on over at second base right there, and I thought they did the right thing. You see one defender coming across the bag, and a shortstop stayed at the bag. And the second baseman came across to make sure he could cut it off if the runner at third got off the base too far. So they opted to cut the ball and throw behind the runner.
Up and away.
And again, infield in here with nobody out for Leilehua. In tight ball game. This is what you want to see in the state tournaments.
Amen.
Oh boy.
Going inside, the bases are loaded. Couple things to note. 78 pitches for Winter. Bottom of the 4th, nobody out. He's gone 78 pitches through 9 outs.
They pow out the mound right now, and a couple things. Maybe just settle down in Winter. Also see where the last couple pitches were, and also give your pin a chance to get loose as quick as possible.
Jordan Orilo's loosening up in the pen. He last pitched against Kailua April the 26th. That came in the 3rd place game of the OIA tournament. And this is the best opportunity for the Warriors and the most troubling time here for the Mules.
Yeah, the way this game is going right now, 1 or 2 runs is going to make a big difference. Six walks now issued by Winter.
And the guy who had a triple in his last at bat has a chance to make another significant impact. Strike 1.
That's a good pitch right there. When you're missing with your fastball, come with something different to give you a different feel on the mound. That comes back with the breaking ball there.
Hong has talked about staying in the moment and kind of maximizing the opportunity. He has a chance to do it here in a tie game. Hong. Yes. Here for Winter.
3 straight breaking balls by Winter. You either come back with a tougher breaking ball here, kind of low and away, or come back with a fastball and try to jam him up and in.
That's down.
Nail-biting time here for Leilehua.
Hong, floating foul. This is off the top of the fence. Wow. Hit the piping.
What are the odds of that?
You can do that if you did it 100 times.
You know what we haven't seen much of this year? A lot of the kids playing ball in the side that much.
That's because they're on the first base or third base line. They're all gallivanting out there. Outside Sasaki.
Nice block there by Sasaki.
Typically, I think we'll get that more, by the way, on the semifinal and championship night, where the kid and then a foul ball will come, and then everyone kind of cockroaches out.
Yeah.
Right? And now it's a chase for the foul ball.
That's right. Well, one thing's for sure, you're going to have a home crowd tomorrow, no matter what. Baldwin's going to be here.
Will Kamehameha get there? Here's a 3-2. Hong, hard hit through the hole. Kahalebai scores right behind Matthias. Branson Hong has given Kamehameha Maui a 4-2 lead.
Nice job by Hong there. And again, you knew that Winter had to come in. He didn't want to walk him. He comes into the belt-high fastball. He just shoots it through the left side of the infield. A couple of RBIs picked up on that one and breaks that 2-2 tie.
Right through the run tunnel. So Hong cashes in and gives the Warriors the lead. And again for Winter, he only has 25 pitches remaining. He can go a little over to finish a batter, but he's capped at 110. We saw Jordan Orillo get loose in the pen earlier here for the Mules. That was an option potentially here for Brennan Kahn's crew. And there. Branson Hong after getting on there. Yeah, oh, hit him, yeah. Look at that, yeah.
Well, again, nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Bunt situation here for Kamehameha Maui.
Adama Barroso, no throw from Sasaki. Baldwin knocked off Kamehameha 1-0. Game one of our doubleheader. St. Louis advances after their win over the 2 seed in the OI champs in Mililani. Waikea knocked off Kaiser's the 4 seed. The winner of this will play St. Louis. So just touched foul at the plate. Loser will drop to the consolation side of the bracket. We get 2 Maui teams in the Final Four. Still a long way to go there.
Oh, we had 2 in the finals last year.
And poke there, gets down. Kai Kang gets a green light. Kai Kang, the throw was cut off. He scores. It's 5-2. Hong goes to third.
Again, good piece of batting at the plate there by Barroso. A pitch up in the zone, looked like it was about letter high. Again, staying on top of the ball and shooting it into left center field. And that may be it for Winter.
It was a heck of an effort by Winter. He stayed positive throughout. The junior, tough as nails.
Yep.
Tough night at the office, at least in the fourth.
It was. A little bit of his own worst enemy today, but hey, there'll be another day for him.
It's only a 3-run game, but Leilehua needs to go to work. New pitcher when you come back.
Here's the dream. Never stop doing what you love. The choices you make now can keep the dream alive tomorrow. So you can live your life your way. We're here to help with a personalized approach to a healthier you. Hawaii Pacific Health.
You only get one brain. If you take a hit to the head, take it seriously.
Don't tough it out. Report it. Tell your coach or parent how you really feel.
And look out for your teammates. If something seems off, speak up.
You've got 2 arms,
2 legs,
2 eyes,
but only one brain. Protect it.
Play hard, play safe, speak up. Learn more at hawaiiconcussion.com.
Saturday, a season of dreams comes down to this. Who will make history and claim the crown? It's the Waleonemene Foundation State Baseball Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Clayton Pasco, the second baseman, now climbs the bump here for Leilehua. Pasco, 5 1/3 innings worth of work, 2.69 ERA. Pitched against Kaiser when 1 2/3 in that OIA semifinal loss in the postseason. 2 hits and 2 Ks. So with him moving from second to pitcher, it'll be Dylan Yonemori who moves from third to second base. So Blonde will stay put over at short. As Isaac Gosselin gets ready to step in with nobody out. And runners on the corners here for Kamehameha Maui. Kaimi Canyon, the new right fielder. And Hurley Iwana is going to go from right field to third. Here comes a throw that's way high. Sablon got it. Now he throws home. Could not be squeezed in. Back to second. Not in time. A run will score. It's Branson Hong. And the lead grows 6-2. They were working the situational ball in practice a couple of days ago, and it paid off here for Kamehameha Maui.
Now you can see right here, the throw going out to second base just high, but then you see the runner coming home safe. We see this quite often, the first and third situation. As a catcher, you've got to be on point with your throw out there. You're either hitting the cutoff man or you're throwing to directly to the base.
And their first strike. Well, this is a rough fourth inning here for Leilehua. Gosselin in their first strike. Pasco, another tough as nails guy up on the hill. Pitched when he was growing up. He was in relief the last couple of seasons, kind of diversifying his game. And Pasco just 6 strikeouts and 4 walks on the season, and just 5 innings of work. Got him for a strikeout.
Nice breaking ball that time from Pascal. Real off the table kind of curveball.
First baseman number 23, Grayson.
Just the first out of the inning.
Here's Velez. It's outside. Well, Kamehameha, who knocked off Baldwin 8-0 in the MIL final. They went through their season and won the opening series of the regular season against Baldwin. Which I think really kind of set the tone for the rest of the year for the Warriors. Because the last couple of years when it has been, you know, Maui, Baldwin, now Kamehameha Maui, oh, look out. And, you know, people kind of forget, like 2023, got to the tournament.
Yep.
Did well. But to win an MIL title for the first time since '09, I mean, that is a feather in the cap of Shane Dudawa's cap and their coaching staff. And these guys as well.
You know, a lot of people talk about Maui High as well. I mean, the MIL was stacked this year for the most part. You couldn't take anybody really lightly at all.
And one guy coming back for Maui next year, Aaron Omoro. Oh, my goodness. That guy's an absolute athlete. Great kid, too. In there for a strike. But Maui will have to go through the rebuilding process, essentially. Kinki Kalike. You know, they made things uncomfortable for teams this year. And Lahaina Luna, Ty Branco Gomes. And Coach Emmett Markoulis, Dane Markoulis.
Love to see them up and comer. But it's good. I mean, you like to have parity. I mean, for years it was just like Maui High and Baldwin. That was it. And 99% of the time it was Baldwin.
Yeah. Right. When they went on that 12 straight run of MIO titles. Les hacks at this one. It's fouled right back on a rebound.
You know, you look at it, you know, at the state, there's not too many really, you know, quote unquote dynasty type teams that are like always there at the top of the echelon in their division or you know, the like OA East or West, you know, except like a Kailua, who's like been there for, you know, a couple of decades now.
Yeah.
Like one of the top two teams in that side, but everybody else is kind of, you know, they're in and out here and there.
Skyball Velez, playable right side. Canyon, yes, got it. And the throw almost doubled him off. Sablon couldn't find the runner. Ladamba Barroso, and he gets back to the bag safely.
That's the second time we've seen a play like that in our two TV games today. Ball hit the right field, tagging and faking like they're going to third. Takes about 3 or 4 steps, and then the ball coming in hits the cutoff man right near the bag, and the runners almost doubled off.
That was a heck of a throw there from Canyon. At least give him a shot.
Yep.
There's Duke Aloy now.
Now at the plate, catcher number 9, Duke Aloy.
Fires in there for a strike. You see the numbers here for Aloy. Remember, this was a club last year that had Kaimi Kahalivai, the pitcher.
Yep.
Saw him play a series against Hawaii this year.
Oh, you did?
No, I mean on Spectrum Sports.
Oh, okay.
Right. The beach, and initially committed to Texas, and then decommitted out of that. And
we've seen a few of the past kind of champions or
Ivar Arquette,
all-staters. Yep.
Oregon State
last week. Yep.
Hey, we saw Levi Medella yesterday.
I know. He looks good.
He looks tremendous, and he was a former Baldwin pitcher and outfielder. Now living in college. Then the Aloy boys are doing well on the continent, and Titan Pasco gets them out of the inning. The hits kept on coming. Branson Hong, 2 RBI base hit, gave him the lead, and the lead grew. 6-2. Off we go to the 5th.
How's it? I'm Marcus Owens, and you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
Aloha, I'm Howard Deshevsky. The pride of our islands are its people. Join me as I show you uplifting and inspirational stories of athletes, coaches, and more on Sports People Hawaii.
I had, I think, 12, 13 people come together to do different sections with me, like running, crewing me, and so just getting that whole experience was incredible.
Tune in to Sports People Hawaii only on Spectrum OC16.
Well, we'll have the Division II Championship game singular on Saturday, 4 o'clock on Spectrum OC16. All part of the Wale Foundation State Baseball Championship doubleheader. Remember, it's 4 o'clock on Saturday. And then at 7 o'clock, Marcus, Jimmy, and I with you here at Iron My Heart Stadium with Les Murakami Stadium hosting the Division II Championship.
Now, if that game goes long, let's say, would we delay the start of this one? Hypothetically?
Why are you thinking like that, man?
Well,
no. That's a good question. I haven't brought it up. I got to talk to.
That's Plan B.
The higher ups, yeah. Like hypothetically, if the game went long, ideally, you know,
or rain delays or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that won't happen. We'll be fine. Right? Hey, D2 tournament teams, final teams, just finish by 6:45 if you could. Do us a solid. But it's just nice having all this softball and baseball coverage for the kids, right? Season 36 of high school sports in OC16 winding down.
And you and I have seen a great season. I mean, this is as much parity as we have seen the entire year. Every TV game we've had has like been a nail biter, right down to the last out.
Absolutely correct with that.
And we've seen talent this year we probably haven't seen in forever.
There's Keola Hanoa. Feels like forever since he's had an at-bat. Second inning the last time, grounded out. It's been a minute since Kanoa Arakawa got back on the hill.
It has been.
After that 4-run fourth inning.
Yeah, we've had some long innings. We have a 30, 35-minute first inning. Then both pitchers kind of settled in up until the bottom of the fourth.
Kanoa empty there.
Look at the face of Arakawa on that. It looked like something didn't feel right with his hands as it came out of his glove. I mean, the ball came out of his hand. Kind of grimaced a little bit.
Comes across Hanoa to Gosselin. One down here in the fifth. For Sasaki now.
Good footwork over at first base by Velez. You don't see a 5'6" first baseman very often. But you know what? He makes up for it, though.
He's a wide radius. Ball one here to Sasaki. That whole family great coming through that Leilehua program. Hunter, as you mentioned earlier, riding here. There's another guy who just like anything you need done, he'll step up and do it to the best of his ability. And Sasaki, one of a number of different guys hitting over 300 on the year, entering tonight. Sasaki, though, tough one. 0 for 2, couple strikeouts. Sasaki mashes one past Gosselin and gets through the hole. There's a base hit here for Leilehua.
Again, they continue to put the ball in play at times. I mean, we talked about it earlier. I mean, like in that first inning, they put up 5 hits in that inning. They're capable of putting up crooked sticks quickly in an inning.
Isaiah Rapisura, number 15, Will come in a courtesy run for the catcher, Sasaki. There's Monotai. Monotai hit a double in the first. Grounded out in the third inning. Leilehua energy needs to pick up here. Try and get something going. Monotai can help bring that.
Yeah, it's been very quiet on their side of the dugout since that first inning.
Mules won the title 63 years ago. According to the HHSAA website, they haven't been to a Final Four or semifinal round since then.
That's amazing, right? That's quite a drought.
Maui trying to get to the semifinal round, round 3, if you will, the tournament. And Goodelaw feels confident that his boys can kind of hold down the fort.
Well, they played some tough games this year. The MIL is not an easy league.
Mutayo thought he was walking. Instead, takes it for a strike. Had to hang on to the bat. Was ready to toss it.
Like a baton down there.
That was in color guard. 3 balls, 1 strike. Three-two. Oh, that time he threw the bat.
Yeah, the first one I thought was a strike. That one's a little bit more borderline, but still close enough. You can't be doing that. Another look at it from right here. Now look, see, that's thigh high right there. Now, unless he thought that was outside. It's a pretty good pitch.
3-2. Just fouled. And the Mules had that win streak midway through the OI season, kind of carried momentum, ultimately earning them the 2 seed. Got him for a strikeout. The throw down to second. Dashing back to the bag, though, is Rapisura. And it's out number 2.
Wow. What a comeback there from Arakawa. Pitch away from walking first and second. And just comes back and makes some great throws there to get the strikeout. Strikeout number 6 on the evening.
Shortstop number 2, Jacob Sablan.
Here comes Jacob Sablan. Sablan had a base hit in the first inning. RBI as well. And pokes at this one up against the netting. It's been such a unique tournament so far, and it started yesterday in the 10:45 game in the first round with Kamehameha Hawaii and St. Louis. And a very good hitting Kamehameha Hawaii team as well. It was a rare occasion that all 3 Kamehameha campuses got to the final 12 of a Division I tournament.
You know, we were this close, you know, of having 3 of them all ranked in seeded teams.
Yeah, Kamehameha Hawaii, kind of the outlier there after falling short in the Biff championship game to Waikea.
Wouldn't that have been something, though, yeah?
Very much so. The 1 seed went down. Arakawa's going to take time to tie his shoe.
But you look back at the season, I mean, in the leagues, I mean, the BIF, pretty good year for them. The MIL, definitely a good year.
Yeah.
But the ILH had a fantastic year. There's some nice stories come out of there. Marinal in the ILH tournament. A couple of wins start that.
Oh, Arakawa dancing off the hill. Got another strikeout. Keeney, one of the best camera operators we got. These are all your shots, big boy, right? Doing work. Brandon Kahn, Keeney got him. Branson Hong, Keeney got him. Titan Pasco, Keeney got him. Shane Dudala, what? Keeney got him.
This Spectrum OC16 sports presentation is sponsored by Pizza Hut and Taco Bell.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
Check it out.
He showed up with Pizza Hut's Cheesy Bites Pizza and his A game. Slicing through the lane, feeding the post. Best delivery guy ever, Peter Zahut. The Cheesy Bites Pizza and new Ranch Lovers Flight. Get it on the Pizza Hut app.
Friday, 4 teams, 2 epic battles, 1 shot to get to the final. It's the Wale Unamine Foundation State Baseball Semifinals, only on OC16, exclusively on Spectrum.
Coming up on Saturday, it is the final baseball game of the 2025 season. Division I championship here in the Wale Unamine Foundation State Baseball Tournament. At the start time, 6:45, just 1 game for you. Game Day Hawaii delivered by Pizza Hut. We got you covered. And don't forget, at 4 o'clock that same day, we'll have the Data House Division 2 and Division 2, excuse me, the Wale Unamine Foundation Division 2 Baseball Championship. And tomorrow we'll have the D2 and D1 Softball Championships. So a whole lot of Diamond Sports Championship coverage for you here on our Spectrum family of networks and the Spectrum News app. Here's Akima. 6, 7, and 8 hitters. What an inning it was in the 4th for Kamehameha Maui. 4 runs at a time when it was a 2-2 game.
And he's got some timely base hits there. Got some guys on base. Made things happen. A couple of steals here and there. Sent 8 batters to the plate.
Yeah, that one lifted and drops down. Akima. He's a tough dude, man. A lot of multi-sport athletes in this group. Akima punches one there.
Oh, look at it here. The ball up in the zone again. If you're going to live with the fastball about letter high, you better make sure it's got some movement on it.
Here's Kahalivai. Strike 1, no throw from Sasaki popping up. In addition to the great season that Kamehameha Baseball has had for Kamehameha Maui, girls flag football winning the MIL.
Nice.
Right. Knocked off Baldwin in a game that went 6 overtimes.
Wow.
And ultimately, a relatively low scoring game, 13.
Oh, wow. That is low scoring.
To 7. And then Kamehameha Maui had a good showing through the first ever flag football state championship tournament, but ultimately fell to Punahou, losing by a couple of touchdowns. Good job there from Pasco again. Another strikeout. Second.
A couple of good fastballs. Comes with a big over-the-top curveball that time. Gets him to swing and a miss out of the strike zone.
Second to the last 3 batters for him.
And hats off to the flag football, too. I just wonder if that's going to be any tweaks to the rules for next year after they've gone through the season this year.
I think so. They will, yeah. My prediction is I think they'll expand the field to 100 yards.
Oh, you think so?
Yep. I think they're going to get rid of because the quarterback has 7 seconds to throw the ball to, or to make an attempt to run towards the first down stick. So I think they'll get rid of the 7-second rule.
Yeah, because somebody's got to have a watch, but they also got to be watching the players and the game too, right?
Yeah.
So.
Matthias, empty. Darren Hernandez, God bless his soul. God bless that man. He was just like he wants people diving after fumbles, which as of now, if you fumble the football, it's dead at the spot. So if the ball's on the ground, he wants people
Yeah, but they don't have helmets on, do they?
It's optional. And one thing they should make though, they should make helmets required.
Yeah.
So and it's soft shell helmets. So.
And face masks?
No face masks. Yeah.
No, I mean, should they have face masks?
I don't think so. No. Yeah. Although Darren thinks they should. He wants tackling. He wants.
Well, I guess until somebody gets injured, they'll go that way. I mean, hey,
I think the injuries have been very limited too, and the girls have been amazing too. Of course, Campbell won the first ever flag football championship last week, as this ball is floating foul.
Yeah, in a very low-scoring game, right? It was 6-0.
6-0. Maya Gonzalez gave up prom.
That's right.
You're just like, and it wasn't just her. I mean, like it was OA track championship, so Campbell had to give up their prom too. They're track athletes, so it affected a lot of different things.
Maybe they should do some planning this year for next year already. On proms.
I hope so.
Especially.
Matthias up the middle, Sablon up with it. And got the out in the throw and the tag. With a double play. And the inning is over. Flag championship, Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Luke giving it to Maya Gonzalez. This is last weekend. Campbell making history. First ever flag champions. Congrats.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Throughout the years, many things have changed, but Long's Drugs remains committed to serving you and all of Hawaii by partnering with local brands and businesses, by hiring local talent who dedicate themselves each day, and by direct donations and volunteer initiatives. It's all a part of our commitment to sustaining a healthy and thriving island community.
Serving you since 1954.
Make Long the part of your day.
9 to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work-crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Friday, one final day, one final chance, one shot at glory. It's the Data House State Softball Championships, only on XCast, exclusively on Spectrum.
Bless these hard workers too. These are like Baldwin parents that have been working the concession stand. They're almost halfway home, by the way, and 2 more days. We got here on Tuesday, and they were planning. The refrigeration truck came in, and they were all prepping.
It smells great too.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is this moment like? And because the tournament was Wednesday, and I saw them Tuesday, they're like, this is the calm before the storm, before the 4-day storm.
Well, you know what? In between games, there was a line of about 20 people ready there before the second game. It was a long line.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Hey, it's tough to get a hamburger over there.
Yeah.
You got to know somebody.
This one sharply hit right to Hong. And on the money.
I'll tell you what, that bottom of the first inning really changed things here for Kamehameha Maui. They've been a different team since that time because they were shell-shocked, I think, at the top of the first inning, falling behind with 5 hits and 2 runs. But since that time, the defense has kind of stiffened up. Arakawa has kind of done his thing out there with the fastball and the curveball and throwing strikes. And, you know, offensively, they kind of picked it up with that 4-run inning. So
here's Awana, who started off over and right, now the third baseman. Here for Leilehua.
It's not as cool tonight as it was last night.
You're right. It was pretty chill. Well, part of that, we had some
rain, too.
Yeah, so there was some moisture in the air. Awana fires one down the first base side and foul. One thing I would like to suggest for the HHSAA, too, I think would be kind of cool, is especially for these tournaments, right, Diamond Sports, I think you charge X amount of dollars, right? You sell a limited amount of passes, and if you buy that pass, you get to go to all the games.
Yeah, by a call it a weekend pass, but tournament pass.
Come in and out, tournament pass. Base hit in the right, Akana, safe. Wow, Awana hustling up the bag.
That would have been our first 9-3 of the tournament, I think.
Man alive, Hurley Awana.
And he wasn't playing that shallow either. He had to come in on that one. It's a good hit. And at first, you know, Leilehua is not used to it here. It's like, oh, it's right. It's a short right fielder over there. Better hustle down the line. That was another bang play from right. But you're right, I think, on the weekday or the tournament pass. I think that is huge, because let's say that, you know, you're knocked out in the first day. Hey, you still make the money.
Right. Hong, softly throws a second. Can he turn it? Safe at first. Oh, KS-Maui was dancing off the field, but just beating it out. Yonemori.
Yeah, Hong just had too much trouble trying to get a good grip on the ball here, and was lucky to get the force at second. You can see right there, he kind of plant and stop and then throw over to first base. By doing all that, cut down a chance of turning that double play.
26, Baptista.
There's Baptista. Getting in the number 9 spot.
We almost saw our fourth double play of the game here tonight.
Yeah.
Both of these teams, when guys have gotten on base, kind of, you know, got themselves out of some mini jams.
Outside. Going back to the tournament pass.
Yeah.
The reason why I brought this up is because you and I left the ballpark yesterday, right? And
That's right.
There was a sweet woman who was just like, I wanted to go back in because I wanted to see another game, but I couldn't because there's no re-entry, so I would have to buy one ticket, stay there, and
stay the whole time, and I have to just go out and come back. And
so I think you make a limited amount, because obviously you don't want to make it available, because then you're just going to overflow everybody, right? Everyone's just going to buy it, and then it's going to be chaos. That's why you make it limited. You charge, I don't know, like $60 maybe, which is reasonable, right? 4 days.
That's right.
Come in and out. Ooh, this is high and inside.
I agree with that.
And you make it, and you make the pass out of gold.
Out of gold. Like Willy Wonka.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good idea. I really do. And, you know, it's hard to do it here because it's bleacher. You have a seating area.
Yeah.
Like it's Letzmore County Stadium. Put a seat number on it. That way they have to sit there.
Yeah, go talk to your friends at the HHSAA. I suggest that.
Well, even another older couple down there wanted to go see their grandkid play T-ball and come back for the Baldwin game. Is that they cannot.
That's right, yeah. Baptista fouled it back. And again, one more last thing about this game. and particularly when we have the tournaments, both at Manoa, softball and baseball.
Yeah.
You buy pads, you go across the street.
Sure.
Yeah.
But make it a higher price.
65, how about that? Oh, and it missed. Arakawa feeling it. Well, strikeout number 8 here for Kanoa Arakawa. He's in a vibe right now. Pitcher aura. That's a beauty.
This is it.
This is where our family is from?
Well, it's where I first told your mom I like her after school one day.
What did she say?
I ordered chili.
I want chili. I thought our family came from Mililani.
The Kokua Pack is back at Zippy's. A portion of the proceeds from each one sold will be donated to different local charities every week. Give back to the community and get your Kokua Pack today.
big every time, nice up your life, yeah.
When we stories way out, they go wide. 10 by 20 plus, dep on the side. Double X, yes, call it a double dime. Hawaii self-storage just as big every time, right?
Hawaii self-storage is the place to be, guaranteed from the boys of BET.
So come down,
come on down to Hawaii self-storage.
So come down, respect,
yeah.
Hawaii self-storage, #1. Check it.
Saturday, a season of dreams comes down to this. Who will make history and claim the crown? It's the Leilehua Foundation State Baseball Championships, only on OC 16, exclusively on Spectrum.
All these dedicated fans back here at Iron Maihara Stadium in Maui. It's always fun when we get to travel here, and thankfully, we got to travel here last year for the regular season, which was a rare occasion. And we saw an extra inning battle between Maui High and Baldwin. They put on a show. And this tournament's very special. And every year we got to talk to the Yonamine family. We expect to do so the next couple of days, too. And perpetuating his legacy and his roots to Maui. That's why the tournament travels here. The bottom of the 6, and Kamehameha Maui with a 4-run lead. Looking for more. There's Kai Kang, drops down a bunt. How about this, huh? Pass goes up, and he has to fire it high. Oh, Kai Kang, sneaky with it.
Why not, huh? Everybody playing back. He just drops it up the left side of the infield. Well done. Look at this. Again, I have been so impressed with the bunting skills of the tournament teams here this week. It's been pretty cool. And some of these teams rely so heavily on bunting as well.
Back to the top of the order now, and Branson Hong, who's been the money man here for Kamehameha Maui. Drops this one down towards Pasco. Right to Manutai for the out as Kang advances to second. And Kang's out of breath. Just kind of panting over at second. Here's Madamba Barroso.
He doesn't like people say, well, you only sprinted 90 feet. Baseball's one of those games that all of a sudden nothing happens and then everything happens. For the first time in the tournament, the wind has died down. The flags are not even blowing out there.
Again, we're expecting more wind over the next couple of days. All right, there you see the effects of the wind right now, or lack thereof.
Yeah, it was gusting both mornings and afternoons the last 2 days. At nighttime, it kind of dies down a little bit.
I don't know if you can hear it now. It's picking up.
Yeah.
Just as you said it. 2 balls, no strikes. Here to Madamba Barroso. Whips one in there. That's in for a strike. Well, Leilehua kind of shocking the tournament. Turning heads against a really good hitting team in Iolani. Held down the 4th the entire way.
That was one of those games they started off with. It was 3-0 after 3, but then the final score was 3-2, and there was an instance there late in that game. Iolani had an opportunity to keep the tying run on base, but got thrown out at 3rd. So, and that was like the 6th inning, I think. So they had their chances in that one.
I will say, though, if you're a travel agent, I mean, people are scrambling, right? Because teams that were expecting to fly out earlier or later in the tournament.
Like
now
on Sunday. Yeah.
Now want to leave earlier, and so. Full count, 3-2. Oh, this one might have gotten away, and it's a ball.
Well, a couple of runners on here for Kamehameha Maui. See Pasco giving a thumbs up. Yeah, that's my fault.
You know, last year, when we saw this Kamehameha Maui squad, they wore Manaola shirts, right? Because one of the assistant coaches.
That's right.
Son worked for Manaola. I said, what happened to the Manaola? They're like, yeah, well, we decided to go back to the classic polos.
The classic polos.
It's worked. I mean, both of them worked, really.
Well, you know, if they win it all, they'll be wearing them again next year for sure.
Change up that gets right to the zone. How were you superstitious? Like
no.
To an extreme level? Were you superstitious at all?
No, not at all.
Were you a little stitious?
No, really.
No,
not at all.
No routine.
Nothing.
Wow.
No. I mean, routine. Yeah, I mean, you know, would you come up there, you like, you know, tap the bat or whatever? You know, you keep that routine, but it's not like superstition.
Did you have teammates that had, you know, extreme? Wow.
Crazy.
It's very good. Because right now, I mean, these kids, I mean, right, left sock first, then the right sock. Yeah, just put my bat in a certain place, name the bat. Everyone has like their own little things, and
well, there is. I mean, again, it's baseball, right? I mean, you're going to fail 7 out of 10 times. You do that in basketball, you're shooting like 30%. You're not making it. Same thing with anything else. You know, you're 30%, you know, completions as a quarterback. But 30% hits, you're in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. That's why we give 30% effort every time we.
I know. It was kind of you go back to the Bull Durham thing, right? What's the difference between hitting like 250 and 300? Like, you know, an extra tweener a week.
Sky ball towards Hanoa, and then calling it off to the right fielder, Canyon. Gosselin flies out to right. It's out number 2. Keeps Kai Kang over at second base. So the freshman Velez back in. He was looking for that elusive hit. He's walked in the first. Couple of flyouts. Kind of a happy-go-lucky guy when you get to meet him. And floats out, as we mentioned earlier, his brother Rage over at St. Martin's. So he'll go there. Then we talked about 4 other future athletes going to St. Martin's.
That's like little Hawaii.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Wouldn't be surprised if they start wearing like Aloha socks or something, right?
Yeah.
Of course, in their school colors.
What are the common ones usually, right? Pacific's usually in there. Whitworth.
Yep.
Lewis and Clark. You know, these are also football schools, too, that scoop them up. And the Western Oregons. Pierce. There's a lot of baseball local talent there. Pierce College. And the thing is, like, people think, you know, I got to go to a big school, right, in order to be noticed. The thing is, like, if you can play, they'll find you.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Everyone's looking for everybody. Velez to right. Canyon brings it in. Crowd went on the roller coaster there. The ooh and the ah, and then settled in. 4-run lead. Off we go to the 7th inning. Leilehua. Last chance to dance.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Putting people first. It's always been our thing. From the thousands of people who build our cars to the millions of people who depend on them. And right now, when affordability matters most, Hyundai is committed to keeping our prices the same, with no increase to MSRP. And not just on a few of our vehicles, all of them. That's the Hyundai way.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jock in the Box.
Well, these dedicated Kamehameha Maui fans that have been waiting a long time for the state tournament to begin. We were here yesterday to kind of scope out the competition. They have stayed true. Yeah, a good amount of them, right? Upcountry people, and about a 20-minute drive from where we are right now.
And I'm sure you got some leftovers from Kamehameha Hawaii that are here.
Yep.
Also from Kamehameha Kapalama. Cheering them on.
It's Kamehameha Hawaii losing to St. Louis yesterday, then beating Iolani in the first consolation game this morning. 6-4, and Warrior fans hoping to bring it home. They brought all the tea leaves too.
Yes, they did.
Seen a ton of tea leaves from these fans.
That was the big thing too back at UH when I was playing. Everybody had. I mean, there was tea leaves everywhere in the dugout, everywhere.
I see a lot of the Rainbow Wahine and Rainbow Warrior volleyball games. I see UH men's volleyball team winning today or this morning.
I know, that's great.
Penn State. And Arakawa hoping to close this thing out. He has 8 strikeouts and now 95 pitches forthcoming.
Has a chance to finish this one off.
Another strike.
The reason you're seeing the high pitch count is because he's been in control the entire time with the strikeouts. That curveball has just been dynamic for him tonight.
Got him.
Went with a high, hard one that time, and Leilehua couldn't lay off it.
9 strikeouts for Arakawa.
Look at the grit, grinding the teeth. Do it exactly where Aloy had his glove at, up high and away.
This one's down.
Definitely been impressed by the young man after that first inning. He's like, wow.
It's a 1-0 upstairs. 2-0 the count. Arakawa again, done for the rest of the tournament, obviously.
Yes.
As far as pitching is concerned, you can play a field position or bat, but he's 12 pitches away from hitting the limit, which is 110. He can go over that to finish a batter.
You said there was activity last inning for Kamehameha Maui.
Brandon Kahn, what a good job he's done with this group the last 4 seasons.
Especially this one. I mean, they were in the thick of things the entire season this year. This probably just didn't get the recognition they probably deserved.
Poked in the right. This ball is dropping. And he'll get down here for Hanoa. Oh, he gets his second hit tonight. Still trying to fire up his boys.
Still not out of it yet. You can't count them out the way they swing the bats. Well, a few times we've seen a ball down the right field line for a base hit. Yeah.
Here's Sasaki. Swinging strike. Tell you what, it was tough for St. Louis to close out the game earlier today against Mililani.
Yes, it was. How did didn't Mililani have what, the bases loaded late?
A couple of times.
We've seen some games here in the tournament where A ball falling in is a difference in winning and losing. Shot to the outfield to end the ball game. Had one last night, I think, in the Kailua game, with the bases loaded.
Osaki sky ball center field. Kang's running after it. Out number 2.
Well, looks like he's got maybe one more batter, possibly 2 at the most, with his pitch count now at 103 unofficially.
And now just looking for one more out. Here's Blaze Manutai.
This being a Thursday night, tomorrow night I expect even a bigger crowd with both Maui teams in the semifinals, provided we can get another out here. This would be the place to be.
That's right. That golden ticket would really come in handy right now. Manutai, that's in for a strike. Man, just staying consistent with it. The velo improved from last year by Arakawa. Trying to go CG. A strikeout would be his 10th if they can get there. It's 1 strike away from doing it.
Wow. Changing speed still.
One, 2. Just staying alive. Manutai with a burst of energy in that first inning. A double, scored a run. The only inning where Leilehua has scored runs. The 2 in the first, and that's about it. Just like how it was in the first game. Almost scored 1 run, then kind of held on all the way through. That one cracked, and it will drop down in the right center. Manutai gets on, and the Mules with 2 outs. Can they rally?
Hey, never say die attitude. You've got to have that. Yeah, it goes back way back to like the Miamis and the Texases, way back with the rally caps. Again, coming right after him. No sense not to. Up 4 runs, right? The fastball up in the zone. Nice job staying with Manutai. Line drive into center.
We got a pinch runner. Oh, look who appears here now. Here for Leilehua. Tanner Tamarine. The ace pitcher yesterday. Of course, his sister Shay Tamarine was a great player for Leilehua's softball team. Now an assistant coach. And now Shane Dudawa. Have a chat. And again, it would be the final batter if he stays in.
Yeah, and sometimes you'd like to give him that chance to get to CG, but you know what? At this level, you probably don't need to do it. I mean, you got somebody loose. It's 1 out. You know, but sometimes it doesn't hurt. Hey, can you go? What do you got left in the tank? Then you look at the catcher. He goes, "How much does he have left in the tank?" And don't lie to me.
Right.
Yeah. So 108. This will definitely be his last batter coming up.
And John Matson saying, "Hey, what's going on here?"
I think he was out there just to tell a joke, I think. Yeah. That's his mantra.
Kind of needling him, too. Shane Dudawa, the deputy head in charge of county parks. And had that job for the last 3 seasons and 3 years. And Jacob Sablon now hoping that his job right now is to continue this run here for Leilehua. Trying to get a pause sign and time being called, and was finally honored by John Matson. And the thing was that Sablon had all that other time during that break to try and get Lewis. I'll get called for it.
It's been a long day for the umpires, too.
This will be the final batter here for Arakawa, regardless of what happens. Either a ticket to the semifinals or A bases loaded situation. The heat there, 79 on the gun, and popped in and out of the glove. So he's hit the 110 limit, and again, you can go over this limit just to finish this lone batter.
One may have gotten crossed up too, because he did not catch that ball. It kind of bounced out of his glove. Just going out and make sure he and Arakawa are on the same page here.
Stepping off.
He seems he doesn't seem focused out there right now. Shouldn't be worried too much about the runners at this point here. You got one batter left to make an out.
2 balls, no strikes. Sublime, hard hitter. That one gets right through Goslin and safe over at third base. And the bases are loaded, and the tying run now for Leilehua will come to the plate.
Well, and then that's his last batter too, so they're going to have to make a pitching change here as well.
And now they're calling the umpire to get the attention to let him know that he's hit the pitch limit. And this will be it here for Kanoa Arakawa. Good thing that Hanoa stayed on that bag too.
No kidding, yeah.
He overruns it. He overruns it. He gets the tag. And this game's over.
A savvy play out there by KS-Maui. What an effort by this young man too. I mean, you know, almost a CG, 6 2/3 innings of work. Responsible though for all 3 base runners out there at this point.
We talked about the potential of who would come in, and tell you what, here for Kanoa Arakawa, did his job beautifully. 6 2/3, 9 strikeouts, 3 walks. See if Branson Hong might get the call. We shall see. You know, there are some options.
It looks like he's pointing for a glove, I think, like a pitching glove instead of his infielder's glove.
So the game continues. Hong an 0.81 ERA if it is him.
Looks like it is.
8 2/3 on the year, 11 strikeouts. And now the guy who broke the 2-2 tie earlier is looking for one measly out. Now, if you're expecting a home run for Leilehua, possible. Unlikely, though, with the wind carrying it, and Leilehua only hitting 2 home runs this entire season. Tyson Kobashigawa, no homers this year. He's due up. And again, if you're flip-flopping between XCAS and OC16, Puno had a 5-0 lead against Mililani. You know what happened?
They lost it.
No, Mililani's Mililani's a 7-5 lead now.
Wow.
And the winner to take on Marinol. Mililani looking to move on to the state final tomorrow night in the Data House State Championships and trying to defend their
we talk
state
about
title.
Destinies too. I mean, Mililani is one of those teams too. When you look at softball-wise, as one of those Destiny type teams like Campbell as well. It's been around for 20 years, expecting to be in the states every year.
Yeah. Here's Branson Hong.
I think number 8 came into the ball game too for KS-Maui. That's Kili Ting.
Second baseman Zaya Barozo goes from second over to shortstop.
So Madama Barroso goes from second to short.
And further relief. At number 8,
At least that was announced. And Kili Ting will come in second base. So Branson Hong, a football state champion, after winning it over Kaiser in late November of 2024. Great moment it was for him. One of a number of different football athletes part of this group. And
designated hitter number 12,
Hey, we've seen stranger things happen over the years, Felipe. It wouldn't surprise me none for Leilehua here to make a little bit of a run to make this interesting. This will go down in history as one of the best two-out rallies by Leilehua ever. They're able to come back and tie this or go ahead.
Oh, Kobashigawa right back to home. He lost the ball. The flip is in time. Oh, my goodness. And Kamehameha Maui gets to the Final Four.
Wow. Some drama there on the last play of the game.
A Division I semifinal appearance for the Warriors.
Final score is 6-2 in favor of
Jeez. Man, Kobashigawa went right after it early. And one pitch, one out. And Kamehameha Maui stays alive. And so it's the number 3 and number 4 seeds that survive the first 2 days of the tournament. And they advance to take on St. Louis tomorrow. Kanoa Arakawa, the leader of that front line, 9 strikeouts in a 2-hour, 32-minute affair. The Warriors win this one 6-2. The MIL champs in it. 2 Maui teams in a state tournament in Maui make up the Final Four. This one unconventional, but effective nonetheless. Hong stays true to it. And off they go to the state semifinals.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Our Hawaii Longshore Division knows it takes all hands, and it's with hard work, dedication, and aloha that the women on the waterfront help keep our harbors on the move. From administration to dockside, they're a vital part of our union, lifting each other up and carrying our islands forward. Together we stand Ohana strong. We are the Hawaii Longshore Division, connecting daily life, our communities, our islands.
Now, for a limited time, get our largest pizza at our lowest price. Just $9.99 for our classic New York-style pizza. It's 30% larger than our large, and at only $9.99 for carryout. Don't wait. Order now at Hawaii Pizza Hut.
Two hours and 32 minutes later, it's the number 3 seed in the MIL champs, Kamehameha Maui, advancing to the state semifinals. They will take on the ILH number 3 seed, St. Louis, the third place finisher in the ILH. And then it's Waiakea and Baldwin. One Oahu team remains, 2 Maui squads, and 1 from the Big Island. It's going to be fun here. Felipe Hostro, Marcus Owens, and Jimmy Bender. Each team scores 2 runs in that first inning. And then when Branson Hong came in and created enough separation, Kamehameha Maui was in firm control the rest of the way.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, I thought there was going to be a slugfest the way that first inning started off, but Arakawa came out and he started to settle down. Winters started to settle down and win a couple of innings, a goose eggs after that, but then all of a sudden that 4th spot in the 4th inning really just sealed the deal for him, and that was all they needed because Arakawa 110 pitch limit today and almost went a complete ball game. 6 2/3 innings of work was actually fantastic after the first inning.
And 9 strikeouts here on the evening for Kanoa Arakawa. Here's the Hawaii Honda impact player for Kamehameha Maui with Jimmy.
And it's Kanoa Arakawa. Great game for you tonight, as they were talking about. Brother, let's talk about this, though. You give up the 2 runs in the first, and a lot of times teams can take that early punch and go down. You guys fought right back. Why is that?
You know, it's just our coaches just gave us the mentality to, like, no matter how much we're down, just keep on fighting. Our dugout really helped too. You know, no matter how much we were down or how much hits we gave up, they just kept on cheering our defense on. And, you know, that bottom of the first really helped us because we got those 2 back. So we just kept the foot on the gas pedal and we just kept on, you know, fighting.
I know you wanted that CG so bad, and you were this close to it, right? 1/3 of an inning that you needed left in that. What did it mean to you, though, to eat up that many innings for your coach and for your team?
That really helped because, we only really used one pitcher. Branson came on through one pitch, gave us the win. But I'm just really glad that I could contribute that much to our team after this first game.
2 more games in order to win a championship. If you guys do win it all, what's going to be the main reason you do?
Our team throughout the season, we just learned not to let up. We just keep on pushing through. No matter how much we're up or how much we're down, we just want to keep on fighting.
What does it say about Maui baseball, the MIL, that 2 of the 4 teams remaining are from this island?
It's just, we fight out here. We have a lot of talent out here, and it's just our coaching really helps us develop us from little kids up to the high school level.
I know you want to go join your boys over there and have some fun. Hey, great game tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Guys, send it back to you.
Man, did that man earn his plaque or what? 9 strikeouts here on the night for the ace. And Kanoa Arakawa picks up the win and picks up a spot, the last ticket in the semifinals. Yeah, a little unsteady that first inning. But when the second inning hit, he turned it up.
He really did, and the command of the fastball, the curveball, a little bit of a slider here and there was fantastic today. He had them eaten out of his hands the rest of the ball game. After giving up 5 hits in that first inning, they gave up 5 hits for the rest of the game.
And so the champions of the MIL finally get that ticket, that elusive ticket to round 3, and now 2 wins away from what would be a historic state championship for the boys from upcountry. Meantime, here for Leilehua, they drop to the consolation bracket, but here's the Hawaii Honduras impact player. Well, firecracker in the first inning. Blaze Manutai had a double. He scored, got the party started here from California Avenue.
Yeah, it really did. And boy, that was a huge hit right there. And this was the play of the game when that ball came into the dugout and went right there. It kind of scolded the entire team over for coming out of the dugout that time. That kind of subdued them a little bit.
The 2 runs in the first, and that was it here for the Leilehua Mules as the Warriors win this one 6-2. Before we go, here's the Taco Bell play of the game. I was told to be surprised about this. This one put down there by Matias. Oh, look at that. It's the roller. A perfect bunt here from a Caleb Matias. Didn't even sniff foul.
Yeah, they did the little things right today, and they put the bunts down. They got the sacrifice bunts when they needed them, and they played sound defense. And really, again, we go back to the well-manicured field out there. Enough for that way. If you can bunt well and you can put the ball down, we're going to see a lot of that, I think, tomorrow as well in the semifinals.
And so our championship is soon to be set. One more round to go before we get to Saturday. 2 teams from Maui, 1 from Hawaii Island, 1 from Oahu. Set for a fun Final 4. Post-game show's coming up next. Hang tight as the Warriors win this one 6-2.
It was her first day back. She just had that look. I asked her and she said college was hard. But our first stop, that would remind her she was home.
The mainland's so big and it's so beautiful.
Back by popular demand. Garlic miso chicken plate and salad. A boneless chicken thigh marinated in a sweet miso and garlic seasoning, then lightly fried to a perfect crisp. Available all day for a limited time at Zippy's.
We are the brothers. And you're watching Spectrum OC16.
Calling our car enthusiasts, there's a new episode of Island Driver TV, Hawaii's only automotive show. Here's what's on this week. From imports to classics to hot rods and everything in between, we head out to the 2025 Hot Import Nights. Then we head out to Cars and Coffee with Ed Kemper. Island Driver TV exclusively on Spectrum OC16s on Saturday nights at 7:30 and all through the week.
Ninth Island Connection highlights Las Vegas businesses, entertainment, events, and activities, both in on and off the strip. We keep our viewers connected with the Ninth Island, Las Vegas. Of course, we can't forget about the casinos that make Vegas, Vegas. With exclusive tours of the incredible amenities and beautiful accommodations, we bring the Las Vegas Casino into our viewers' homes.
Welcome to Cooking Hawaiian Style, presented by the Hawaii Community Foundation, shooting season 20 at the beautiful Royal Lahaina Resort and Bungalows. Today in the kitchen, we have Chef Ben Marquez going to join us. What are you going to make?
We're going to make kampachi tataki. We're also going to make steamed kampachi with chili water sauce.
The theme is kampachi.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite fishes.
It's going to be great.
Yes, you're not going to want to miss this one. Make sure you're watching. Go to our website, cookinghawaiianstyle.com, and thanks for watching Cooking Hawaiian Style.
From Spectrum OC16, it's the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Back here at Iron Maihara Stadium on a gorgeous night. Day 2 is done, and our Final Four is set. Kamehameha Maui wins this one 6-2. How would their neighboring school do? Kamehameha Kapalama, the #1 seed in the tournament. After a 9-day break, Grayson Osborne was delivering again. A little bit of a slow start, though. Baldwin kind of tagged him up a bit, but only allowed 1 run ultimately. That was unearned here for the Nevada commit. He smothered everything, got to the bag, but on this day, it was a difficult challenge here for Osborne because Baldwin found a way with their defense late. The sophomore, Jaden Perry, Waikiki against clutch situations, even a bases loaded situation late in the game where the Warriors could have taken the lead. Hung tough. Them, along with La'akea Ko and company, really silencing the #1 seed. For the 2nd year in a row, the Bears knocked off Kamehameha Kapalama, and now Baldwin advances into the Final Four of the 2025 Division I State Championship Tournament. So what has that yielded? Well, we got a doubleheader for you, the semifinals tomorrow. We kick it off at the 4 o'clock game, and Game Day Hawaii delivered by Pizza at 3:45 gets to go. And with Baldwin and the #4 seed Waiakea, based on a coin flip, will be the home school there. They'll be the home team. St. Louis, how about them, huh? 5-1 over Kamehameha Hawaii. 5-2 over Mililani, and now they get the #3 seed. That'll be the 7 o'clock game on Spectrum OC16. We all reconvene on Saturday for the Division I championship. On the Division II side, the tournament began today. These are the winners. Waianae knocked off the OI champs as the Farrington Governors go down 5-2. Damien, the favorites here by far to win the division and win the championship. 9-1 over Pahoa. Kapa'a knocked off Honoka'a and Kapolei. The OI runner-up knocked off Seabury Hall. That tournament will pick up on television May 10th, Saturday, with a 4 o'clock Division II championship. Post-game show here, Felipe Hostro, Marcus Owens, and Jimmy Bender. You and I have been here at the ballpark, seemingly, I think, like 24 total hours.
Exactly.
Really, the last 2 days. What do you make about what we saw here today?
Again, it comes down to defense. Defense wins championships. Pitching wins championships. We've seen some clutch hits here and there. Yeah. But if you're not going to be able to field the ball out there, you're not going to stick around to the next day. And we've seen that already. A couple of big favorites, I think, today, expected to go into at least the semifinals, are not going to be around. We'll see at least now one Neighbor Island team in the championship game on Saturday.
It's interesting to see what's left in the pitcher's tank for these squads, especially for the seeded teams, albeit they only played 1 game, right? But they're going to be put to the test. It's really those backdoor teams, if you will, the first-round teams.
Yeah.
Baldwin in that group, St. Louis in that group. Can they have enough to go 2 more days and get all the way to the state trophy? We shall see. Jimmy, this game was 2 hours and 32 minutes. It was fun. I mean, it was wild. What did you see?
Yeah, and it was fireworks from the very beginning. It's what we saw, kind of that first inning that got a little bit crazy. In fact, Leilehua's Jacob Sablon, he's going to get the RBI single here to put them up 2-0. Now, after they had already scored a run, and then there was a guy ended up at third, tried to come home, but the ball went through the gate. But this drove him in anyway, so that didn't even matter because of Jacob Sablon's hit. Now, how about some fireworks after Kamehameha Maui ties it up? Branson Hong. And this is a little bit of that lack of local knowledge, right? It goes over the Leilehua outfielder's head. I think he could have played that a little bit better. And Branson's going to end up all the way at third base. Oh, am I going to go home? No, I'm going to stay here at third. They wouldn't get him home, though. But how often do you see me highlight a bunt? This was beautiful. You talk about the knowledge of what goes on here. Marcus kind of talked about it. If this was on an Oahu field, this probably goes foul. But over here, this thing stays fair. He knows it. It's a perfect bunt there from Caleb Matias, and that ends up into that 4-run inning. that they end up scoring there. So just a beautiful play. A bunt on the highlights? What?
Yeah, that's crazy.
What are you doing, Jimmy?
Yeah. That's never happened before. I mean, it's like you being attached to your golf clubs. It's been crazy all throughout. It's been amazing. So it stayed there, and so a rare occasion there for Marcus Owens. And tomorrow we're back with you for the semifinal rounds. One more segment to wrap it up before we go here at Iron My Hara, as our Final Four is set, and maybe another trophy added to that trophy case in upcountry. 6-2. Kamehameha wins this one. Hang tight.
Seems like everyone's going country these days. Let me show you how it's done. Yep, that Nashville hot sweet heat is here on my 100% all-white meat popcorn chicken starting at $6.99. Tastes good to go country. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Around here, the environment is everything. And that's what makes Honda your perfect island ride. Honda is Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com best value brand. That means big deals on Honda hybrids, including Accord Hybrid, CR-V Hybrid, and Civic Hybrid. And for the second year in a row, all 3 Honda hybrids made the Car and Driver 10 Best list. So for the cars you can count on and the dealers you can trust, see your Hawaii Honda dealer today.
This is it.
This is where our family is from?
Well, it's where I first told your mom I like her after school one day.
What did she say?
I ordered chili.
I want chili. I thought our family came from Mililani.
The Kokua Pack is back at Zippy's. A portion of the proceeds from each one sold will be donated to different local charities every week. Give back to the community and get your Kokua Pack today.
Growing up, I wanted to not only take care of the land, but I also wanted to help my community. When I enrolled in college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Now, because of my education, I'm starting to see a brighter future where Aina and community can flourish. If you're wondering if college is for you, best thing you can do is just go into it. And you're gonna find an active community here and eventually gonna find your own path, just like I did.
It's time to unveil my $4.99 jumbo breakfast platter with French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs. Man, that thing's still going. Uh-oh. Get so much more.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Welcome back to the Hawaiian Financial FCU post-game show.
Shout out to the county parks people that have been working tirelessly to get this tournament off the ground and for taking care of the grounds too. It is beautiful. Shout out to you guys and everyone here. We're back with you tomorrow. That's your programming note. 3:45 Game Day Hawaii, delivered by Pizza Hut. Time now for a little thing we like to call Final Outs, brought to you by our good friends at Popeyes. We appreciate you, Popeyes. Thanks for supporting high school sports as always here in Spectrum OC16. All right, we've been asked a lot about this. The Box of Destiny did make the trip. The box is here. It's been locked. Inside, by the way, are our predictions of who's in the championship game, the winner, the runner-up, and the final score. Saturday, we're going to open it up. And I told Marcus that today was a significant day in terms of, which way your Box of Destiny picks are going to go. And it's interesting so far.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
I'll say just that. That's all I'll say. So we're going to open this bad boy up on Saturday and see who's most wrong. Because that's the whole point of this. Who's the most wrong when we do this the last 4 years. So we'll see you Saturday.
Well, I got a little something, too. I mean, you never knew who you're going to see when you're coming to the ballpark. And I found not an old teammate, but an old alumnus from the University of Hawaii. Many people remember that, maybe not know the gray hair and everything. Joey Meyer in the house here.
Nice.
Joey Meyer, known for holds the record for the professional baseball's longest home run as a Denver Zephyr. 582 feet.
Good Lord.
I mean, they used to have it was way up in the upper level. They used to have a logo up there where he hit it.
Wow. Yeah.
That shows the power he used to have.
Hope we get to see him again over these next 2 days.
He'll be out tomorrow.
Very nice. Jimmy.
All right, we've been talking about our crew all night. We have a great crew here, but I got to give a shout out to 2 people who were very patient today. Lily and Sean, who were part of the team picking us up at the airport today as I waited around for a very important bag that didn't show up initially.
Oh.
But has since arrived.
Had a toothbrush in it or what?
No, it had my golf clubs.
Oh my gosh.
But Lily and Sean were there picking us up, and they waited around for at least a good half hour, at baggage claim with us. So thank you very much, Lily and Sean. We love you.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this, Marcus.
Watch this.
Because what are you doing tomorrow, Jimmy, and with who?
Golfing with Shane Duduwa and the two Kaylee East, Tilton and Keakona.
Yeah.
It's a tradition over here. So.
Unlike any other.
Unlike any other.
Yeah.
And where?
We always play at the dunes at Maui Lani.
Okay.
Yeah, great course.
Okay. You know, we're going to study and do our homework and notes, and we're going to be crashing.
Hey, just hit them straight. Hit them straight.
All right. Again, for Wade Hondo, who has put on a great tournament so far, his staff amazing too. So we're on the shout outs for staff. And Jimmy, well, I'm glad you got your stuff back. And so text us a picture in the group chat, and we appreciate it. For all of you, tomorrow we will see you for the semifinal round of the Wale Mini Foundation State Baseball Championship Tournament. The Parks crew still working hard late at night. They are the best. We'll see you then with Marcus Owens, Jimmy Bender, our producer, Dave Vinton, our director, Kelly Nakasone, our statistician, Tom Yoshida, the outstanding women and men of our OC16 crew. Felipe Ojastro, support high school sports. So long. We'll see you tomorrow from Iron My Horror Stadium.
Nine to 5 in the rear view, and now happy hour has arrived. Let's lead this man to his Popeyes Big Box. That's work crunch balance.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Taco Bell brought back crispy chicken nuggets, and I can't believe how good they are.
Why can't you believe it?
Because you're Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
Yeah, but a taco place can do nuggets, right?
Yeah, the Hidden Valley Fire Ranch is awesome.
Okay, they're good, but we're not a chicken place.
When did you guys become a chicken place?
Chicken? Can't a taco place do good nuggets? Are we not allowed to do both?
What do you mean?
You think it's cool to do both, right? Why are you looking at me like that?
Are they okay?
I don't think so.
We're totally a taco place that's a chicken place that's also a taco place.
9 to 5 in the